ones that you put in.
All right, and we're back.
Oh, shit. Now I see why you wanted me to get it. The token of healing?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. The only thing is I can only do one per 3 caster levels. Instead, he's caster level, so you can only make like 3.
Yeah.
All right, we got a Pringles can there and
3 on top of
visual.
Your,
See, I don't need to
immediate
see
things.
invisibility anymore.
I need to.
Then leave it there. Don't delete it. It's in your spell book. Don't tear it out.
No, I wasn't gonna tear it out. I just come over here.
Don't be that guy.
No,
I will
it's,
slap
no,
you.
it's 3.
No, I'm not tearing it up.
Is it
So
3 per
here's,
day?
so if I come over here and I do see invisibility and I go down 1, is that what I do? So it's at 1, I just go down 1 here?
What are you doing?
If I want to remove see invisibility from what I have memorized
Core part
and add something else from my
here.
spell book.
This is what you have memorized for the day.
Yes.
Is see invisibility? Oh,
I don't
there
want
it is.
see invis, oh, the X, okay. Now I can add a second level spell. That was the
Which
X's.
there isn't many. Days Monster?
Sure, what does that do? What level monsters?
So I'm thinking Core, Parn, and Kira. Get a token.
Okay. Well, they're
4.
staying behind, I guess. You said it's just us 4, right?
Yeah.
And I told them basically if they want to show up, meaning if they're at the table, come on up.
Well, when we dungeon dive again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what, bro? Right.
Yeah, that's probably.
Brev 2?
Why would you bring Brev? He's not a full elf.
No, not with us, but I mean,
Okay.
he's,
So that,
whenever I do the
4 hit dice or
tokens
more.
of healing,
Yeah.
it's going to be Core, Parn, and
Humanoid
token.
my
And what the
humanoid
token
creature,
does
4
is
or fewer
every
hit
day
dice, what does that mean?
if they're in danger, they
How
can,
much?
as a standard action,
Each
you
level
do
for
what's called
you
Plead
is a
for
hit
Help,
die.
which Ash will hear,
Some
and as an
monsters
immediate
have hit
action, he
dice
can
as well.
automatically heal them.
Mhm.
And then just-
That means they're level 4.
Okay.
They have
Pretty cool, right?
4 more hit, creatures of 7 or more hit dice
Cool.
are not affected.
Not,
So if it's a 6 hit die monster, then
Does that mean 6th level?
monsters don't have limits to that. They
Right?
go by hit
Especially
dice.
because those are the 3 that get hit hard.
So I'm wondering, what's the stuff we've been encountering?
It fluctuates.
Yeah, we've had
That's-
zombies, we've had fucking
So-
outsiders, we've had fucking
I'll give you an
hobgoblins.
example.
Yeah, I don't understand what a hit die means, I
Okay.
guess.
So we'll look at the owlbear.
Well, it's something we run across. What are those little,
We've run across owlbear. An owlbear is 5d10, so that's 5 hit dice. That would affect an owlbear.
what were those little creatures that were running around that came out from this side?
Oh,
The
the
babao.
babao
Babao. What's a babao?
Give me a minute.
demon.
Alright, Bruce.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm preparing
That
my
might
food.
be, yeah, if it can daze them, that might take them out for
I
a
have
round,
devoured your chips in your dip.
so they don't attack somebody else.
Alright.
That
Depending
will
upon
teach
where
your
I fall
chips
in
and
the
dip
ranking.
never to show up again.
7 hit die.
Well, I'm
Creatures
doing
of
something
7
to-
or more
to
hit
cover
die are
up
not
a,
affected, so it wouldn't affect them.
drink of mine.
Well, it's better than
Maybe
seeing
pepper?
invisibility since I've got,
Anyone want an
Mark
orange
inside.
chili real quick?
No,
Orange?
not bad for me.
Thank you.
just one slice. I don't want the whole thing.
I trust you, man.
You don't know what he did in the bathroom.
No, I don't. But you know what? There's a lot of soap available.
Yeah, go with Days Monster. Or, better yet, you can do Scorching Ray twice. Or another time.
Oh, yeah.
Step back then. How kind of you for trying that.
Yeah, three scorching rays now. Closes.
I'm flaunting that armor.
You know what the problem
Someone
I
hangs
found
it.
with keeping honey in the house?
What's that?
I don't drink it enough.
So
So now I have honey crystals.
yeah.
No, just put it in warm water.
Really?
Yeah, it just liquidates it.
Hmm.
Honey doesn't really go bad.
Uh-uh.
Go do this. The world ends. Stock up on honey and water. Because we need warm water.
I haven't used bestow curse yet.
Oh, dirty.
Probably will.
That could be a very good spell.
Is that better than a black tentacles?
No.
Huh?
No.
Really?
Bruce loves black tentacles. It's almost like the.
He likes hentai.
Yeah. That and what's that one thing? That color spray.
Color spray?
Yeah, he likes color spray too. More
At a
glitter-
certain point,
what glitter
usually
doses
where
and
you are
highlighter.
at now, color spray doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, because illusion is ignored.
Creatures that enter the area are also automatically attacked.
So
The
how much
tentacles
is
do
it
not
gonna
provoke
cost
attacks
me?
of opportunity.
To get a scroll of permanency.
Look at the prices. It's in the core rulebook, man.
I'll live.
Okay. Never mind. I don't want to do that. Okay. So you guys make this.
I'm quite comfortable right now. I'm at that point of like bliss.
Are you guys going this entire Legend of Curly's Gold horseback trip up to the Forest Kingdoms in midwinter? Or are you guys going to teleport up there?
I don't care.
It's not midwinter yet. It's not officially fall, but it's, you know how like people say winter doesn't start until the 21st of December?
Yeah, we're going way before that. Or,
Yeah, you guys are starting at the start of the 12th month.
We'll make it before the winter starts.
No, it's already cold. You're not going to get a favorable reaction of cold out of me. This is Bruce we're talking about. If there's a snowflake in
Might
the
as well
air,
teleport.
Can you
How
teleport?
long of a
I mean-
ride is it?
about 3 weeks.
I'm keeping the horse.
If it's a
covered.
3-week ride, we might as well teleport.
Good run, we'll do some scrying on the crystal ball, find out where we can teleport into. Should do that.
Basically to the front gate.
As she's using a crystal ball, an elven face pops up in the reflective glass.
Outside of town, I figured.
Okay. He's like, I see you are inquiring about our lands within the Forest Kingdoms.
I'm a resident.
Hello. How is... I don't want to say your name. Hold on. He gets away from the crystal ball. You hear a door slam. And then he comes back. The whole town's abuzz.
Yeah.
He's returned early. He's already making boastful claims that you won't show. That you'll be too busy enjoying your time with the inferior human races.
Well, actually, that's what I'm hearing. That's what we're calling about. We need to know where we can teleport into.
There's a clearing to the west along the forest path.
Can
Along,
you show me an image of that clearing?
yeah, and when he shows you that, you know exactly what he's talking about.
Pop it.
All right, we'll be there in a minute.
Goodrun's got it. Teleport.
You taking her with you?
Oh, there's 4 of
She's
us.
just teleporting us.
All right,
Take reservations for 4.
all right.
This guy's
The
gonna get his ass
when you
kicked.
teleport there, about
Goodrun's still working on those ropes.
Yeah, it's me, him, and Ish.
all right.
Which I don't know how well he'll be received, but we'll figure it out.
Upon your
I'm sure they got a little place that they can stash you. You can't walk
Slaves
around.
quarters.
You can't walk around, but you can stay in the stables.
I'm human, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Should be cute.
Oh, I thought you were elf.
No.
no, he's elf. He's a human.
You're elf enough.
He's
Full red-blooded. Afraid of the king.
You're elf enough. Wait, I'm not a king.
You
Let's take it.
make your way, and about 3 minutes after you teleport in,
Ooh, I've been working out. I've been watching my grandfather's 1 hour daily tapes. Granddaddy time.
Bodies by Bruce.
Yeah. You hear your name being sung melodically through the oaken trees.
This is
Kirithane.
not how I expected this to go.
And as you arrive, as they arrive, you see a contingent of about 40 mounted troops. And their captain says, Kirithane, we were just alerted that you would be on your way with friends.
Here we are.
Okay. We will, I don't see you have any mounts, do you?
No.
One of the gentlemen that's mounted on horseback, he doesn't have any armor on. He immediately conjures for you a floating disc. A large one, it's about 10 foot by 10 foot. So you guys, or 10-foot radius, so you guys will clamber up onto it. And he says, I suggest that you anchor yourself somehow. And you guys
Just sit.
ride through the forest for about a mile and a half, and you hit this clearing, and you see some really nicely integrated housing that's woven into the trees, and most of the landscape here looks like it's done very well. Somebody has spent a lot of time integrating the living spaces with nature. You can smell that they are cooking avocado over fire.
Ew. Everything else is pretty.
It smells.
That's right, you're human.
It smells. If you're not familiar with the smells of the Rainforest Cafe in downtown San Antonio, let me just say this is a vegan grill.
Ugh.
This place, I went to that place once before. I was not impressed.
There's some things they have there that are really good. Not gonna lie, but like it's got to be avocado centric because
It's dirt.
that's the only thing that Brucey eats over there. It's like anything avocado. Everything else is like just shit. Like, ooh, this soy patty, it's dressed up to look like a T-bone steak. It's delicious. No, it's
I had
not.
Fish or something there, and it just was not good.
You're my boat. You're my boat. I carry my boat with me everywhere.
And when Chris jumped on Greg's back, that was when we snapped our friend's neck.
That's a gravity boat taking effect. In that ways.
Damn it. How are we going to play up here on the third floor anymore?
That's actually how I envision myself using it. Gravity boat. Fucking stabbing that bitch in the fucking ground like a boss.
Really, it's more making the arrows one size bigger after you loose it.
Yeah.
So, we...
You basically shoot short spears. That's what gravity bow does.
But it's cooler when you just have that.
Ka-thunk, ka-thunk,
Yeah.
ka-thunk, ka-thunk. It just smash. That's what it does. It smash.
Magical cannons.
So, is my family around? Are they out
This
looking
this
for
this
for
isn't
returns?
this isn't your home. This is the Friends of the Kingdom location.
The upper.
Nope.
No?
Friends of the Kingdom is for those not of Elven blood. This is the holding area for them,
Oh, okay.
and you guys get to disembark here, and the
What can I
elves.
see about getting them a pass to,
I guard the king.
chill with us?
One of the Elven commanders
I don't know
says,
where he gets that
"You also have
stuff.
Elven stock." When the crown decides to change that rule, we'll change that rule. This is a
Give
self-sufficient.
me 2 elves and they can beat them in a arm wrestling contest and they can guard me. Don't worry, it'll be quick. It'll be quick.
They send a woman out. She looks like Bridget Nelson with a diet. You familiar with Bridget Nelson? You remember Rocky IV? You remember Drago's wife?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Stats.
yeah.
You got this. I believe in you. Ash.
Your strength is only 20? Oh, what a shame. It's a +5.
Oh, bear strength. I think Ash
It doesn't
passed
matter.
it.
Doesn't matter, it doesn't stack.
Oh, you already have it on?
No,
He's
I
got a
have-
belt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
One of the men says,
It's only one then.
one of the men says, if she can best him, we'll give you 2 guards for
No,
you.
no. If she could best him, I want her.
She can join our party. We'll get rid of him.
No.
She says I'm a staff
No.
mattress. You'd never like me.
Well,
She
a little bend.
Well, I'm a little traveled. My tastes have changed. Maybe.
she says we can either do this with the benefits of magic or without. Which do you choose, human?
With is fine.
Excellent.
I don't want to do the math.
Turns into a Godzilla.
No, Magi don't really do the polymorph thing.
She sits down at the table with you. This is going to be a simple throw of a d20 plus your strength mod.
All right.
She's got a +6 without a belt.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Damn! 16.
+6 is 22.
24. Rolled a 19.
Nice. You
Like I said,
adjust, and she actually,
Gives you a run for your money.
yeah, she gives you a run for her money, and she stands up fully, and she says, "You've done more than I expected." She gives you a large hug, and then
Your
As
back.
returned.
Your back.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
back cracks a few times.
yeah.
I appreciate seeing staff Magus.
She says, "I've done this for 300 years."
Magi
Anyway.
are not welcome generally in human lands. Make a half elf?
just saying.
He
I
has-
wouldn't be against it.
He has someone.
Only if I'm the godfather.
He has someone. But you don't know that.
Only if I'm the godfather.
She tells you, she's like, "No." With that look of defeat on her face, she wanders back towards the front of the regiment, and the commander
Before
says
she goes, I would like to actually politely thank her for
the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't want her to think I'm an asshole.
Gonna need a sense for that one.
She welcomes you. She says, "It's understandable. Not many people quite understand that. What I want," she says to the commander, she says, "he's obviously got the stock he needs. The two of you, when you both were flexing, large ropey veins were coming out.
Good thing I didn't let Ash do it.
Depending on the roll.
She says he's earned his opportunity to accompany Kirathane on his way into the community.
Only a +4.
He didn't need to know that.
They say, they tell you that if there's anything aside from being granted access to the elven community, what else could we possibly entertain you with?"
That is up to my lord. You were here.
One of the
Don't give me that look. Say that in front of me.
elven commanders says,
I'm not used to the formal title stuff yet.
"We want to know if you take accountability and responsibility for his actions, you
Don't
may
worry,
bring
they'll
him
behave.
and your other human friend."
They will behave.
One of the people
Well,
looks at your other human
He will,
friend.
unless y'all are resurrecting zombies, which never seen that happen, so he'll be fine. Do they have a worried look on their face?
They do.
Are
About
they
a
resurrecting
third.
zombies?
About a third of the guards kind of look away, and they're just giving a real distasteful, like, "I'm smelling onions" look. Like they can't stand to be around humans. They belong here. We have this village for them. It's for their protection.
Don't worry.
All right.
If
I-
anything happens, I'll take care of them myself.
From
And then
the-
I proceed to grab my bow and then just all like one full round of arrows into a tree. So that all these things just real fast.
One of the others says, "Oh, look, he's trying to be a normie."
I know them and they know it. Elven Ranger is a fucking high status class that is only received through the basically special forces of the goddamn elves. Don't give me that bullshit. Normie.
Understands their more or less isolation list, which, hey, their place, they can do whatever they want.
You're doing good. I don't know how well I'm doing though.
His viewpoint of them turning away, like the whole onions thing you said, he just kind of deadpan asks, is this something I can take care of with the bath, or is this a bigger issue?
One of the elves that's dressed like Harley Quinn, she comes over and she gives you a
Ooh, now I'm
pair.
interested.
She gives you a pair of costume fake ears. She says, "Here, maybe this will help them see past their idiocy."
I like her.
She's dressed like Harley Quinn. I like her too.
Yeah.
Color.
Yeah, she's.
Maybe we should take notes. I'm just saying, we should get as many followers as we can.
I'm curious
Especially female
about
followers. I mean, what?
if
It's been a while.
me putting these
No
on
kidding. She's
Essentially
dressed like Harley
blind
Quinn.
and
I'm
Yeah,
over here
think
going.
about it.
is good politically.
One of the elves
Wow,
leans
so I
in
got
and
some
says,
dang.
Me too.
"She is our resident satirist. She's a
She's a fucking bard. She's a jester.
she's a cunt." And the others agree.
It's
She's a
joke.
cunt.
Low charisma.
No,
Catching on to
these those people, we don't worry about them. And as she does cartwheels away from here, you hear her say, "Haters gonna hate."
Kind of like her.
I kind of like her too.
That was cool. Maybe we should find her later.
Yeah.
That's what do we got? We got
Whenever
46
we have the Elven Kingdoms holiday special, I'll do it. I'll do a full on like variety show in the campaign
Are we all
world.
gonna try and woo this one?
Heinrich's got someone.
I call dibs. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'll think
She's
about it.
dressed like Harley Quinn. I'm interested.
She'd be perfect for someone.
Me over. Too bad I'm taking.
Wait, what? When? When?
Huh?
We'll get back to that.
Yes, we will. All right, so we keep moving forward.
I don't put on the ears.
Okay. So guys, keep pushing forward. They drag you deeper into the forest, and they take you.
Man, this way stayed longer than I remember. Then again.
About 4 hours later,
Doo-doo-doo.
you arrive at a large oak tree. This tree is about 36 feet in circumference.
remember
No,
it
wait,
being
in
bigger
diameter,
than
it's
smaller.
36 feet.
I remember this tree being bigger.
One of the guard captains goes up to the tree, and he places his hand on the bark without the gauntlet on, and the center of the tree evaporates, and there appears to be a walkway that goes into it, and you guys can see like little mystical white motes dancing all about. And one of the elves says to you, "This is one of our this is one of our gates that lead us into the
We're by laying grass.
actual
Oh, that's okay.
Elven capital.
Go for it. You can dig deeper.
Always have time for gay."
Anyway.
You grabbed it too quick. I was hoping there was going to be a little more play back there.
You ever heard of the reach around?
Tree. He just opened it.
He was-
White motes.
A T-Rex giving a reach around? That's a funny thought.
I really am giving.
It's like trying to watch a T-Rex make a bed.
You know, that sounds like a great cartoon series.
with fitted sheets, I would pay money to have that.
That makes a great cartoon series.
Sorry,
It's better than SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is so passé nowadays. It's just That.
SpongeBob's been canceled.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the creator died.
No, it was canceled before that.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
I think he had like a fucking 20-year run almost. Fucking 21-year run or some shit like that.
So he's getting anxious. Okay, so we're at the tree. Mystified.
Rivendell. I envision Rivendell.
When you get it, go through this teleport gate. You do emerge into a land that there's a very large
Oh,
elven
it smells so good.
city.
Forgot how
Right
good
here.
it did smell.
Typical elven spices from the restaurants that are here typically are kind of more
Shit, you
bland,
If I can get me to leave.
but the majority of the spices they use are a mixture of like sea salt, black pepper, lots of garlic,
Oh,
and usually some sort of grilled onion.
oh man, we're talking. This is heaven.
It did just take 5 arrows to the chest 5 days ago.
Okay, one of the first things I got to do when I'm here is grab me a good meal.
There's plenty of good elven meals here.
I'm gonna go home. Mom will cook me some food.
Well, you're gone.
This is
Your
awesome.
family is going to be really impressed by seeing you again. They haven't seen you in a long time.
Grandma,
Over
A few
years?
probably.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Which is nothing in Elven time, but
no. But the fact that you're able to do it's
My
nice.
guess is it's probably going to be in the public area.
so I will do that once everything gets settled down. But I'm gonna run home.
Start there.
You head home, and as you're there, you enjoy people's company. You get a chance to listen to the others talk about all the activities that have been going on here. A lot of the people that are in the know of the magical community, they speak differently than those that are in the normal elven community. You'll go and visit with them after about 5 hours being with mom and dad and kids and relatives.
I
And
got a couple brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
and mom,
That'll
dad.
be enough time for her to.
after about 5 or 6 hours at your parents' residence, a delegation of men arrives and they escort you to the Elven Mage Academy.
Get the throne. You'll be fine.
They discuss with you the various things that have been going on and then how numerous individuals have been made.
Have a place
They've
for
been
both.
finding people left and right all over the western side of the forest that are trying to infiltrate this area. And they're always of elven blood, but they're in magical disguises. They've been modified.
Although if we get a mansion,
So
we might
people that are elven are in disguise, trying to infiltrate into
Nope, orcish people.
the orcish people
Are
looking like
looking
elves.
like elves.
Trying to get into the elven community.
Yeah, and they're on always coming in from the west side. They're finding all these individuals that are coming in. A lot of them have had the ability to mimic
Wacky cord.
other living creatures, and they've been doing their level best to make sure that they've been stepping up their efforts for detection. A couple of them made it in town and started to assimilate into the population, but because of their nature, they were found.
I'm not gonna eat before this duel because I know for a fact he's probably gonna try and poison me so that way he has advantage.
So go to him and get to the bottom of it.
Hey, I got detect poison too.
No, you can. I'll wait till after I kick his ass. Then I'll eat freedom.
It's okay. I can't right now. I'm at the mage school learning some interesting information about town, which I'll share with you later.
The one thing they've been educating you.
No, you keep going.
Okay. They talk to you about this thing, the exploration of ley lines. And they discuss with you all of the masters that have been going through various new studies and such. And
Jonathan,
finally,
you know that Good Run does ley lines.
He does ley lines? What do you mean?
Good Run, she knows about ley lines. She has taken feats and learned spells that you cannot because of her study in ley lines.
I can't wait till
Who's
she
good
eventually turn it.
Am I forward?
Oh, okay. So I share information with you as well. And I talk about the pulsating ley lines that we've seen up north. Okay. And I share the information I know.
They tell you that, where would you see these at?
The pulsating ley lines?
Mhm.
Up in, what's that town?
Tsar.
Tsar.
A lot of the people give you the floor.
Nah,
If you could explain to us what you've been doing lately, we've been telling you a little bit about what's been going on from our point of view, but we understand that you've been at a place called Tsar.
Correct.
What's going on in Tsar? Would you mind allowing us that information?
Sure. So I explained Tsar, City of the Dead,
That's what I'm looking for in a moment.
the things being necromancy going on there, and
Like
the-
the actual class,
the,
the actual,
bad guys up there, the ley lines that converge, everything keeps being reanimated, all that stuff.
You don't want
Ley
that.
lines, explain what happened with the pulsating last time we were up there
Fair, right?
that was affecting everything.
You're now.
Yeah, Richard, fair.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Story so far.
Stage. Well, I wouldn't know
A lot
what
of
to
the-
say. She's nice.
Scholars
I just don't have
urge
to,
you to
just don't
continue.
destroy trees. I don't do
In
that.
fact, if you allow them to push you and allow you to
Oh,
reveal
there's
everything
some
that's going on from your end, your studies, the things you found out, what you witnessed firsthand,
I'm just saying.
Afterwards-
looks-wise, I can totally go for it.
about 3 hours later, they're going to wrap up. And they say, well, this obviously points us in new directions. The research that you're doing and the
I'm
ley
assuming I
line,
can trust them.
you would hope so.
I
The,
mean, they're elves, and
the experiences we've had with ley lines are a strange one, to
I'm
say the
assuming
least.
they're trying to incorporate it into what's going on down here, and they're not malicious.
The study of ley lines is not located to one general location. They're something that's worldwide.
Right. But I mean, I'm assuming they're not trying to get all this information from Tsar and malicious from malicious.
Trying not to be malicious about it, but we're very inquisitive because you're actually there. None of us have taken up that quest yet.
I was gonna do a sense motive, but I'm assuming that I can trust these guys.
You know,
They tell you that
very beautiful person in the book.
what we've discovered as of late
You know, Pendai.
is these ancient ley lines are being activated or pulled to the surface. They're going to be inert for years. What was that?
Master Roshi.
Oh. They'll be dormant for over 100 years, and then something happens. But the unifying piece of information that always accompanies this is that these ley lines are always intersecting with something in Tsar somehow.
Wait.
So I mean, something in Tsar that's happening in Tsar is activating.
I have money.
Okay. And so I gladly will share as much information as I can in return for the information that they have,
Okay.
as long as this is a two-way
Are you trying to
sharing
set me up
street.
with one of
They
your
try to do
followers?
their best for you. They try to do
In-house
enough to
dating.
where you understand where they're coming from and what they're trying to provide to the community around them. You don't feel like they're robbing you of your experiences or trying to take from you illicitly. What they are trying to do is get an idea as to what might be in the future should your efforts fail.
Okay, all right. So yeah, then I will share with them everything that I have learned and know.
So I have one of these
And they tell you we have
guys? She's like a
plans for things going on in that area, but we're gonna need to see that go through a radical change first. You're going to have to probably endeavor to cast harder, get good,
yeah,
however you want to view it, but
Well, I do need,
Like
in
I
order
did
to
welcome
accomplish
town,
this
give it a
task,
slide
which is
smile,
beneficial
and
to
you're
you,
already
this
know.
robe. I need some help making my robe of the Archmage. Hey, you can help me out with
But,
Yeah, we got about like 5 hours, so.
One of
we
them
can help
says,
each other here, save some money, then I can get a few other things.
one of them says, if I help you with your robe and your construction, what will you give me?
I will bring you information as it comes, and I'm going to try to stop Tsar, which will hopefully stop your some of your problems here.
If you could find me 5 pounds of sky metal, of a strange metal that is in the city of Tsar, if you go for 6 pounds of it, I would love to see this ancient work.
Don't worry.
You'd love to see what?
5 or 6 pounds of an ancient metal.
I didn't tell Ash. I
You'd
told
love to
you.
see what
You
work?
know,
I would like to see
That was
5
the
or 6
joke.
pounds
'cause, you know,
of this metal,
normally
Oh,
I
you
don't-
just
I
wanna
don't
see
joke
it?
Too much.
preferably keep
I'm
it
trying it out.
for
Oh, yeah,
keeps.
okay. Alright,
Actually, it'd be
I got you,
nicer.
alright.
What
Paint
metal?
face.
Sky Metal?
We sold it.
Well, they want some, it's in Tsar, so I'm sure we can probably come across some at some point. So, I'll keep an eye out for this.
Well,
Okay.
like, give them everything.
We have come across some, and, we had to trade that.
Day.
And I'll leave out that it was with the dwarves. I'll leave that piece of information to myself.
Okay.
In exchange for some help and some
That's
other
what we
stuff,
need.
but I will
Take
definitely
in
keep
gas.
an eye out
Buy
and get
some
you
fucking elves.
5-10 pounds of this stuff.
Okay. We would like that.
Yeah, so I keep sharing information and learning and explaining what we're doing and how we're helping in the whole situation in Tsar and what we're trying to stop and
So I get to walk up with 2 shiny people.
some of the stuff we've seen, how
We got
evil it
shiny
is
on
there.
account.
Mm-hmm.
I look
It's
cool as
scary.
fuck.
I'm really brave.
I look cool as fuck.
Look how brave I am now.
It's for.
Look at me, look at me.
Look at me,
The only thing that looks kind of weird
Ah.
is my helm
No,
of
okay.
underwater action.
What does it look like? A
You do
silver
this.
Or
We'll do
what?
everything we can to help you.
I'm pretty sure it's picture.
Okay.
It does benefit us to not help you out. We need to help you out. Because helping you might prevent us from getting killed.
I will
Yeah.
also look into seeing if we can figure out, I'll talk to my compatriots and see if we can figure out what's going on with these orcs that are
Okay.
disguising themselves. We may be able to assist you there. Perhaps. No promises. We'll see what I can do though.
You got all this shiny armor, they heard that.
What you got, Chris?
Okay, so you know that, you remember the movie Up?
Yes.
You remember Ellie when she was a kid that wore a hat she would wear?
Yes.
He has one similar to it. With
My
his
helm of
nice
underwater
shiny
action.
armor.
My helm of underwater action. Do you see how much that costs though?
I didn't pay attention to that. I was too busy watching your movie ads. It's so funny.
I know. I am aware,
Okay.
but I don't drown.
So they tell you that they appreciate the thought, and they will keep you in their thoughts, and the religious ones will keep you in their prayers.
Well, we will do everything we can to help you guys out here too.
We would love that.
I think that we're working towards the same end goal.
One of the ancient elves says something. Are you talking about the end goal of destroying a city which could house us and thousands of others and make this world a cleaner place? If you would only do the right thing and be diplomatic with its current inhabitants and have them bend to the side of reason.
I explained how that's not possible. That Tsar is completely evil.
Nothing is completely evil.
There's a few good things in there, but
Yeah.
it is under a terrible dark cloud.
A terrible dark cloud.
One thing, we don't hear any of this. But it's funny.
That's.
You guys all
Are you
sign off
saying
and you're
it
sitting
sounds
there
like there's a
starting to
giant fart over the city you're at? I can't go outside today. The dark cloud smells.
So we're gonna go ahead and find the guy that's challenging.
Yep.
Okay.
More than likely, it's probably going to be in the public arena, I take it.
All right.
He's probably already waiting because he's talking all this
Well,
shit.
I will talk with you guys more. I'm going to be here for probably a month or two.
Okay.
We'll have some more time to catch up. We've got a few things to take care of around here still. I look forward to the opportunity to speak with you guys again.
Okay. They adjourn the gathering, and you step out. And as you're leaving, one of the elders, that guy.
Dueling banjos here.
Damn, leaves.
I know, right? Oh my God. It smells like garlic.
Cloud of noxious gas.
Stinking cloud. That's the smell right there.
It smells like gluten and garlic. Oh, so delicious. But wafting so terribly. Oh.
So as I step out, and this cloud attacks us.
I'm really happy that I don't have hundreds of followers, because I could read the comments. At 40 minutes 30 seconds, fartpocalypse happens.
I need like a badass theme song while we walk up to the crowd.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Let me see what I
On the other end of town, you guys are hunting for this piece of shit. Make a knowledge local check. Knowledge local check. Knowledge local check.
Do I get a
Well,
bonus?
we're
for
going
being-
straight to the
You go-
arena.
Going to the arena? Okay.
Yeah.
You head to the arena.
And make it known we're fucking here.
Nobody else is at the arena. You've got a couple people that are inside.
Wait, what day is it? What day is it?
Okay.
Hold on.
Am I a day? I'm a day earlier, aren't I?
Yeah, a couple.
You're like, nobody's here. Oh, I'm early.
Yeah.
So this is where you'll fight?
I just, yeah.
If you're on time, you're late. You need to be 15
Let's go
minutes
find
early.
it
In
Oh my
Elven time,
God.
that's a day early.
Let's go find it then. I forgot. We would have been here about on
Well,
time.
Heinrich's getting a lay of the land. Like, what's the arena look like? Basic arena, any places for cover? Because, you know,
No places for cover inside the actual arena grounds itself.
okay.
It's okay. All I need to do is shoot him in the face.
So, I'm sure I'll bump into you guys again. I'm visiting family and the mage stuff, and when you guys retire, I'll find the inn you're staying at or whatever. You're probably staying at Palace.
I don't think it works like that.
You're not allowed there.
Don't.
Well, I'll find you guys later tonight.
We'll meet up eventually. You know where to find us in the event, so you know. If worst comes to worst, all you gotta do is just go to the event. You'll
Yeah.
find us.
Worse, yeah. So I go home and have Mom cook me up a good meal. Or Dad, or whoever cooks in the Elven
It's your
community.
standard stadium, I guess.
So you're standing there looking around. Some men finish exercising on some of the equipment. Eggs and steak and eggs. That is what we eat. Delicious.
Exactly.
These two buff elves come over towards you, and
Buff elf.
they're
That's
buff
so
elf.
funny.
They're ripped.
Elves are actually very lean.
Mhm.
They're very lean. They don't have a lot of muscle mass. They aren't ripped and.
Not much
They-
flavor.
I
They
don't.
do have-
I don't
they do
think you
have a
find
lot
an
of
elf that looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Not.
Depends on their gains.
Yeah. Most of the time, they're just real tone.
Mhm.
Yes.
So they have
And
the
strong.
6-pack
They're
abs,
they're
you know?
strong in tone.
Yeah, they look like David Beckham. Hey, that's the best I could go. Or Ryan Reynolds. They're like skinny like Ryan Reynolds in them, you know? They're skinny, they don't have a lot of muscle, but they look good. Yes, but like.
Perpetual six-pack.
But they got lean muscle, short stuff, so they should be fairly
This takes
strong.
magic, man. This is what I get with magic.
Sorry, go ahead, Bruce.
I was just thinking to Infinity War when everybody's giving shit to Star-Lord because he gained weight. Sorry.
That shit was hysterical.
Yeah.
I just cared that he fucking did almost fucking had it.
Okay.
You should have gone for the head. Okay, so two guys come over to you, and one of them recognizes you. He's like, "You're Caladrill's grandson."
Wait.
One of the strong men.
Yeah.
Those strongmen.
How do they know? How do you know that name?
He's famous in this community. We are all elves.
Famous for what?
Well, he might have messed up a couple of times, but he's absolved himself of sin.
You remember Caladrill.
We've met. Good brother in
It's
arms.
actually his boat that I got on.
Mm-hmm. Good brother in arms. I've seen it kill more people than I've seen you kill with it.
Not true.
No, meaning I've seen that bow
Oh,
kill more people than I've seen you, meaning 2 sections longer.
my bad.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about him kill more than you. I was like, no way. I was like,
don't
there's no
know.
way. My kill count's high as fuck.
But he did it longer.
No, he was only there for, what, a couple months?
Yeah.
It was as soon as he found out what happened to his sister, he was like, I quit.
Deuce.
Yeah, he quit. He couldn't take it.
Who, your uncle?
Grandfather.
Grandfather?
Yeah, he was in prison. He was imprisoned in a stasis field, if you want to call it that, for a very long time. What was it, like 600 years? Almost? It was like 300, 600 years.
Wow.
But okay, so yeah,
Okay. Caladrill doesn't have a bad opinion of the public around here. He might have made some people upset within the top brass of the community.
he doesn't do that.
Family.
What are you doing here?
Have you not heard?
Mm-mm.
My name has been challenged. Tariel himself.
So,
I still don't understand how I can remember his name. I can't remember Lord of the Ring characters half the damn time. How do I remember his name?
What is it?
Tario. Like Tario. Yay. Bitch called me Ariel after I split them legs wide open. Busted Catherine's ass.
Oh.
I talk a lot of shit about this guy.
what's this guy's name?
Tario.
Okay. One of the guys tells you is like, Tariel is not here right now.
I figured I actually days early.
If you wish to find him, though, at dark, you could go to the Spring Hill whorehouse.
No, I'm gonna fight honorably in this arena.
He's doing everything he can to run you through the ground.
Except in person.
Not only that, I've been through a lot more shit than he has in his little room.
One of the other elves says, "Are you going to make a journal about that?"
I actually do have a journal, which, shut up.
Don't you call
We
that
need
a
a-
diary?
We need a bard to.
Oh, unicorn on the front?
We need a bard to start telling our tales.
I knew I shouldn't have said shit. Cause like that's how I do like the day, like how I keep up with shit. Normally I write it as like a journal entry.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And Harry's like,
Now you
isn't
guys
that the
know.
thing with the unicorn on it?
God, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Well,
I think
I'd invite you guys to stay over at my place if you want to. I'm assuming I've got enough room. Well,
Do you have a...
I don't even know if I have my own place. Would I?
I don't know.
Yeah.
My grandmother had her place, but she's.
I mean, I was
My
grown.
parents-
It's not like I was living at home with mom and dad.
How do I put this?
I was living in town
on the
there.
Best of terms.
With your parents?
Yeah.
So, hey, Guys, I've got a place you guys can stay at.
No, he's got parents.
Okay.
I've got parents.
Hmm?
I have parents. Thought you were not on the best of terms.
Yeah.
Well, I've got room at my
I
place.
don't even remember where they live.
Well, that's.
They probably moved.
You mean for that big castle up on the hill?
Actually, it's the
It's been about 120 years.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
As we
If-
walk away from them,
if you guys
What's the
choose, you know that I've got a place here that you guys can stay
I,
at.
by technicality, have been, what's the word, you can always have for it, cast out,
hmm,
in a sense.
but still family.
Disowned. That's the word you use. Disowned.
Oh, well, let's check on that status, shall we?
I wouldn't. I have no idea if my mother even is still there, and last I heard, when I made this challenge a year ago, that my father was in prison, probably dead.
For what reason?
Like I told you, Toriel wants my line dead. It wouldn't surprise me if he already is.
And as you turn around, you see what appears to be a female version of
You're abusive.
Kirathane,
Oh, what the
standing right there. It's not your
Mhm.
sister, it's your cousin.
fuck? I have a fucking cousin?
Yeah,
What?
your story's mostly correct. Let's go find one of the small quiet pubs. She takes you through the city,
no,
the
you.
four of you. She's like, I sound just like you. And then she
There you
looks
go.
sideways at the other three. She's like, my name is Elaine,
I've seen weird shit.
or Elaine Well, if you are Elfin. And that is my cousin on my mother's side. Our mothers are sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were already walking away from the weightlifters.
Bye.
She's like, let's go find a place. You
Yeah.
might need to know some things.
I'm just gonna see, how about you? You just keep going.
To where?
Let's go
You
find
came back here for a fight. I was gonna help you train for it.
I don't need training. I don't need training.
She conjures a haggard old man of about 140 pounds, 5'5", and he's like, you ain't got no way to duck, you can't weave, you don't know how to swing, you ain't got it.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge an
Put
arrow.
it back on my back. Go.
He opens up his shirt vest and looks through the illusionary self, and he's, there ain't nothing that you can do, I need to help you train, you've gotta go. You wanna get this taken care of?
God, this is getting annoying.
She's
All
like,
round action, just fucking pepper it. I'm gonna
It's an
pepper it.
illusion.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's gonna go
I
right
want
through
you
you
to
and
shut the fuck up.
hit the bodybuilders behind.
She's like, how dare somebody find out my devious plans, and you see two bodies of bodybuilders walk over.
I think
Let's
I would
leave.
notice them there.
She's like, I can have Merch's Berry to berate you for hours on end.
My God. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
Eric's just standing.
You claim to be my cousin, yet I don't have any.
Oh, you were the
How
one
big
that-
is this town?
It's a
about
fucking huge, it's a city.
Actually about 17, no, it's 20,000.
So it's big.
For this area, it's big.
So yeah,
Riverdale.
I probably won't find you after I.
Like I said, you'll know where to you'll find us at the Coliseum on the fight day.
Well, you do. I already told you that I have a house here that you're welcome to stay at. So if you show up tonight, it's up to you.
Young Miss Skinny and Pretty tells you, she's like, well, once you left, your mother's side of the family started coming out of the woodwork because apparently nobody can hold a secret for their fucking life, but nope, our moms were sisters and we didn't even know about each other, and once we moved back in Mass, we had
Following
about,
us while we're talking?
Heinrich's not walking away.
Oh, you're just sitting there while I'm walking off?
Yeah.
Alright.
She follows
It was
after
Heinrich
you.
that was pulling you back.
Yeah.
You walked away, so I'm like, oh, I'll listen then. He's very into tactics, if you haven't picked up. It's something she offered.
I don't want to say he runs, but you know, let's watch him go.
Yeah.
I hate to watch
That
him
sounded
leave,
creepy.
but I love to
My
watch
cousin,
him walk
shut the
away.
fuck up. What's wrong with you? You know, I still don't claim you. No, it's cool. Whatever. Enjoy it. Enjoy my ass while you get a look at it.
She doesn't say I want to see your ass. She says that's what people remember about you here. I didn't know you, and I haven't ever met you before now. But everybody said that you run. You run away.
I ain't running for shit.
And welcome back to town. It's been how many years?
I didn't run. I fled.
I expeditiously withdrew.
Look, it was either flee or die. I chose
At the time.
flee. Yeah, at the time. Now it's, I'm welcome back with open arms, which creeps me the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't
Well,
coming
it's
for a
because
death
we
match,
see
and
what
I
the
guess
choices
it's
are
bad.
here. You want to know what the consensus of the town is that we really don't need either of you, according to the majority of townies that have been here for 2 generations, but we would rather have you with some semblance of lineage that's of nobility than Captain Jackass Tariel, who seems to think that it's either his way or no way. And most elves are pretty inflexible as far as that's concerned.
That's the first real thing you've ever said. He is a jackass.
You just
If
keep,
I-
you keep looking at him, you won't even make eye contact over here.
I have one question.
Hmm.
Does his father live?
His father? He's still alive. He's got 2 more years at Stone Mountain Valley,
He's dead to me.
at Stoneheart Valley Prison.
How far is that from here?
Ways.
He's dead to me.
His father isn't a horrible person. Don't listen to everything he says. His dad was misconstrued. He was in a tight spot at the time. He made a judgment call, and he is paying for it. But it doesn't mean he's a bad person.
Like
He's,
outcasting his own child at the age of 6?
At the
He
age
You
of
call
6,
that a poor judgment call?
what did he exactly say to you? Do you remember it verbatim?
I was 6!
Okay, so let me explain to you how
I
it
don't
was
even know what happened to my parents.
how it was
so-
recited to you, the people that were there. Your father told you and your sisters to hide.
I don't have sisters.
What?
I don't have sisters.
You blocked that from your brain too. It's amazing.
What?
You blocked that from your brain too. It's pretty amazing. You have 3 and they're full blood to you. Your father fled because at the time he had information that is tying directly back to the events that we're going through right now with you here.
What does this have to do with me?
Um,
He made his own bed. He can lie in it.
well, you can
Yeah, it's a hard one.
either be a duke to the Elven Kingdoms, or you can be a dead duke to the Elven Kingdoms. But there's somebody that wants
Boy,
your
you
spot.
bet your ass I'm not gonna be dead.
You want somebody who wants. There's somebody who wants your spot because there's a bit of prestige and money and power within the court. It's not difficult. You have something somebody else wants, and he wants to eradicate it and lay claim to it because he's junior to you, and his line is junior to yours.
And his mother? His mother? Your aunt?
She's still alive. She's here in town. She's waiting for him to swing by, although she doesn't expect any pleasantries out of his mouth. You see how he treats me.
I don't even fucking know you. You come around claiming you're my cousin, which I know is total crap. You're probably just trying to cozy up. That way if I do get the fucking Duke title, which I barely want, I just want to show that arrogant asshole up. You want perks.
there would be documentation if this were true. You can easily find out.
You're not here.
Hmm?
You're not here.
No, I'm not saying this as
Is that
Tell-
But you also have to
out
understand.
of game. You would know if it's true or not. You could go find out the truth.
But wait, I need you to understand my mindset right now. One of my best friends just died in front of me, like a day ago.
We brought him back.
A day after that, or a day before that, my home was destroyed. The only home I found since I left this godforsaken place. 3, I've been forced to come back to take on this one asshole because he is such an arrogant piece of dick. 4, I'm being told all this new shit that I've never known about, so of course I'm not gonna fucking believe it. I'm very irrational right now.
Okay.
He's my rational one.
Once we take out Tsar, we'll change storyline permanency and remake the whole fucking David plan. And possibly fucking own one of those things next time it shows up.
I like that plan. I like that plan a lot. So, I'm very emotional.
Yeah, I know I'm not there. I'm at the bar hitting on all the cute chicks.
I just wanted you to know that's where my character's mindset is. I get really into character and shit like this.
Okay.
Sorry.
Somebody tells you that they want you to help them sing a song. And if you agree to it, what'll happen is that you'll be up there on stage.
Oh, okay.
They'll be giving you the best audible assistance they can. They're going to give you a temporary bump to your charisma. They're going to give you a temporary enhancement to your your pipes to make it sound like there's 4 of you. And it'll last for about 10 minutes. And this song doesn't kick off until about 8 minutes from now, so it's a very short song. But it's called Sir Kirathane the Brave.
Why are they asking me to do this?
Because you're new in town and they don't know you. The people in the drinking community,
Recognize who you are.
they don't recognize you, so they think you're just part of the band.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man, this is what we need to use next time you make the golem.
It's a
It'll
Gundam!
be a while before that happens.
Okay. So they want me to sing a song on stage, huh?
Yes. Help sing a song on stage.
How much does it cost to fix?
Who thinks I'm part of the band?
How much,
Gonna have
The majority of drinkers here.
how much did it cost the first time?
Something like 12K.
Sure, why
It's
not?
not too bad, I can pitch in.
I'm looking for better.
You think maybe get like in the 50K range? More or less.
So that's
This doesn't sound suspicious at all.
No, not at all.
on average, if we really need to work on it, it would take 3 or 4 weeks.
Jesus H. Christ.
I'm assuming I do not know this song.
No. And basically, it's a song that they've ripped all the lyrics from Sir Robin the Brave from Monty Python and okay. So now you understand.
And they just replaced it with Sir Kieran.
Yes.
Kieran.
Or so he's gonna play Sir Kirathane
Yeah.
using the server.
One of the bards is gonna
All songs.
of all songs.
Okay,
Yes.
of all fucking songs. By the way, I'm saving that for later.
Okay.
I'm going to kill you. You can't be serious. Your power level. What the fuck is he talking about? I don't know.
So once we finish to learn how to do this,
Hello.
it's augmentation, kind of like a template.
Oh, wait, was this
Well,
the
this
one
could be
showing where I
interesting.
can, fix
Could be very interesting.
some parts of
I
other
have high hopes. As soon as those two are ready, I'll start with
things, like, the weapons.
you're drinking. You're actually away from them, and you're enjoying this entire deal. The community here is fine, and you're there on stage. One of the cute elven girls is kind of flirting with you a bit, and she's letting you play with her and like pet her, kind of in a friendly way that'd be more apt for a bedroom. But she likes it, the attention,
This would be the
and you're there just kind of fucking around with this chick, and then finally, as
reach and knock out.
the song starts, you hear a mental voice in your head. Okay, we're getting ready to sing it. I'm gonna give you the words to it and the cues for the singing. you should be fine. Will you allow me to continue?
15.
15.
Nice.
Sure.
All right. And you sing as part of this choir group of about 20 people during the song. There's a lot of voices to it, and it sounds like 100 people singing
1 second.
as they're all singing Kirathane the Brave, making fun of this townie that has recently returned back to his homeland. And all of his life, all he's ever done is run away from this place. And he bravely ran away from responsibility, and he bravely ran away from all the things that a normal elven male would do. He bravely ran away from
Don't come
learning
looking for me for a little
magic, and
Oh,
he
let's walk in.
he most certainly didn't, run right towards fucking having a family and making babies and being a responsible elven male and paying your taxes and having your dues. Instead, he ran off to the lands of the humans, and he does nothing but just talk shit about his elven land. And then, as you kick into the chorus, Sir Kirathane the Brave, Sir Kirathane the Brave, Sir Kirathane the Brave, and the door opens, and you see your buddies Heinrich and Kirathane and Ash. And
So why are we here again?
You didn't come to the bar, did you?
yes, they did. They come right in, and there's some kind of there's a female Kirathane with them, and it looks like she came out of the same sperm egg conglomeration that he did.
I feel like he's setting me up for a chick character if I ever died.
We're trying to get Ash pissed off.
Ash is very confused right now.
Ash is looking at this girl, and he's the thing that would be going through his mind is like, she even walks like him. She walks like him. She does have the hips, but like she has that must be a family gait. I gotta see this tomorrow when we're there at lunch. I gotta see all these people standing around. It's gotta be like the Christopher Walken family reunion. A bunch of stand-up comedians with Chris Walken.
Or was that out of game?
Probably out of game.
Oh, damn.
It would be interesting to see, as messing with you, just to yell hubba hubba and see what you do. I feel like I've known you long enough. I could give you shit, and you might be pissed off, but you wouldn't. You know, one of those things where you can.
I'm showing you exactly what I did if you said it. That's
Okay.
Exactly. It just.
And
I'll go hubba hubba then. Sure.
there's a pair of bards leading this group of people singing, and you're looking around the bar. You don't see any familiar faces, although some of the people look at you. Even some of them are very friendly and like smile and wave hi. But then the chorus kicks in of Sir Kirathane the Brave, Sir Kirathane the Brave, Sir Kirathane the Brave. And you guys realize that you hear something kind of familiar, and you look towards the chorus. There's like 20 people. They sound like 100 plus. And then you see your wizard friend, Talos, in second row, third
Sorry,
column.
I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know what I was singing when I got up there.
God damn it. Group karaoke sucks. So after the city, or after the community of bards gets done with their puppeteering project, they release the enchantments, and everybody sits down, and you guys are all given free wines or free beers if you want.
Perks.
Yeah, and then one of the females, the one that you were playing with, she comes over. She's like, "I really like your performance. If you are ever in the area, I hear you're with Kirathane. Is that right?"
Mm-hmm. My good buddy Karathane, come on over.
I'm good.
You see, he's talking to a shapely elven female, and
No, he already knows the description.
yeah,
She looks just like me, but
No, different
nope,
one.
different girl.
Oh, okay.
And your cousin, she's pretty straight. Like she's got like not many curves. She's not
She looks
bootylicious.
like the elven girl from what was it, Goblin Slayer?
Imagine if you had a twin sister.
I
Oh,
would rather
God.
not.
Does she have a beard?
No beard.
I'd
No
rather
beard.
not.
No mustache. Please no mustache. I don't even like Greg with a mustache.
Hey, good mustache can sometimes be kind of fun. I mean, what I mean is,
I'd rather not.
So this girl that's with him. She's got like the classical elven traits as drawn by Sir Mix-a-Lot. I'm gonna give her some pointy ears. I make sure I put a big booty and big titty on her. So that's what she looks like, and she got a little bitty waist.
She looks like an anime.
Yeah, a full anime elf, and
Because those are always drawn with extreme.
extreme dimensions.
With extreme accuracy.
Yeah, right.
For science.
For science purposes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So they're waving you come over. Some of the other people in the bar have kind of drifted away from you, and there's like this Noah's passage through the Red Sea clear spot where you can walk up to your friend Talos and his newfound companions for the evening. And the girl tells you, she's like, if you get me talking with him, I will spend the rest of my night with you.
Oh,
And then she-
hell
Oh, I'm not gonna
I'm
let her
saying,
talk
it's
to
like,
him until after the fight, though.
Oh,
I'm watching out for him. I don't know what's going on here in town.
You are? Since when?
Hey, it was a fun song, and I let him just puppeteer me. I didn't know what they were going
as
to
you
sing.
the three of you are over here away from him, about 10 foot away, 15 foot away. You guys see a serving wench come up. She's carrying a elven shield, and on that shield she's got a decanter with some elvish flutes, and she offers each of you wines. She's like,
You got
human?
Any drink in your bag?
Used to have kegs.
I know. I love them. I named them all.
It's all right. My
I do
HEB
detect poison, but
My-
it won't work on alcohol.
stopped carrying Meridian honey mead. It pissed me off.
I'm just gonna push my drink over to the side.
One of the elven wenches comes over and she refills your glass. It is a
I didn't drink it.
she fills your glass with a dark red, and it smells like cherries. She whispers in your ear. She's like, "This is a gift to you upon the house. We want you to win." No, you're fucking great. Please kill Tariel. And then she squeezes your ass and walks away. No chill
Wait,
here.
wait, left or right cheek?
Right. Always the right.
She didn't fill the arrow hole.
That's one of the things that made it back here. Like,
My
the
ass is still
if-
intact.
if
New slogan.
one of the girls goes into the restroom and she comes out about a few minutes later, she's like, "Did you
There's
know
like a man.
that there is a nude of you in the stall? Somebody has taken a charcoal piece and done a very nice artsy piece, complete with a battle wound in your left cheek. I bet your balls get a good velocity whenever you're hammering like Thor's hammer, aren't you? You can't sit down on the toilet, those things will dip in."
How do you even know about my wound?
Scrying is a thing.
Yeah, scrying's a thing, Sir Elf. Do you not know the magics of this world? We understand you forego the elven magic.
Over there going,
God.
Some of the elven women come around and they gather around you. "We want to see the wound. We want to see the wound. Yes, yes, indeed. And we'll take you home with us, and you can help us bathe and change and bathe again, and then we can all get in our evening gowns and cuddle, and then."
What did I get myself
Yeah.
into?
Take me to your aunt.
Okay.
Ash, you got it? Good.
Ash gives you a high five as you proceed out of the bar.
Ash is probably talking to chicks.
Nope. Ash is over there trying to like pull the women away from you because they're like crowding you,
so
and you like there must be some foul magics around because no matter where you try to lean, there's a pair of boobs that are trying to brush up against you and like arouse your seed.
So
And-
I'm not thankful for food.
I see all this crap. I
Don't
walk
trust it.
over and I can see that you're not very
Trust the
comfortable. Hey,
One of the
if you want to
women
get out of here, I got a place we can go.
says, "I'll give him that same offer, but I'll give him
I don't
vagina
say it
too."
I don't say it out loud for
Okay.
everyone to hear. I just say it to him. Hey, if you want to get out of here, I got a place you can go to get away from all these assholes.
One of the women says,
The Hercules.
we've
There he is, out of the tears.
we've got him. We'll take good care of him.
No, I'm not saying this to everybody. I just come over and kind of whisper it to him.
Okay.
This is a private conversation.
Okay. You say that to him. When you're leading into him, you hear a woman's voice in your ear tell you is like, if you want to earn 20,000 gold, leave the bar right now. Let your friend go for the night. He hasn't partied like one of the blood of Caladrel.
So I lean into you and I say, hey, I think it's best if we get out of here.
One of the
I'm sensing no good.
one of the elvish women comes up to you. She's like, "Hi, my name is Cylin, and I am a priestess of Dionysus. May us all enjoy this evening, and let us drink to the wild hunt."
Apparently I'm the hunter.
And after the feast,
And all the women start to chime in. The spanking! Yes, the spanking! The spanking!
Still around?
Yeah, she's
No.
there. You can tell that she's trying to get over to you, but there's like three dudes.
I'm gonna like.
no.
No, oh wait, no, the cousin's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when I went,
So I'm gonna-
watch after him.
So she's
Okay.
gone, and then.
Heinrich's gone.
So I'm standing over there by you. I'm saying, hey, I
Okay,
think
I'm gonna be.
probably
Ash,
a good
Ash
idea.
is over.
Excuse
Ash,
me. Excuse me.
Ash kind of grabs you. Come on.
Yeah, give it towards the door. I'm gonna go take a leak real quick.
One of the
I'll
girls
be back,
says,
ladies.
"I've got a chit for heavy lifting. Let me help."
So
I'll be back, ladies. Just wait right here.
One of the girls goes outside and
Front door.
follows. She follows you. She must be an escape artist master. You don't think she could ever get grappled? She's sliding right through that crowd like butter.
hey, let's get out of here. I've got.
Oh, I'm already working on it. Me and Ash are
Yeah.
just like pushing her.
Yeah,
way to
the
door.
three of you guys are
I'll be back.
crowding out. There's one elvish woman that seems to be following in your wake like a snake. She's
Yeah, the
she's
fucking butter
twisting.
chick.
She's
This
twisting
is butter
around.
breath.
As you're leaving, after about 10 feet of movement through the congested bar, as you're being like given fluted glasses everywhere, everyone's like, Kirathane, didn't you hear? Oh my God, Kirathane!
I need to get- I need
Have
to
it.
get
Let's
to the
have a
bathroom.
drink. Let's have a drink together, just you and me. Go, come on, let's go. Let's have a drink.
Bonus. Need to go to the bathroom.
Dex bonus.
What is Kirathane's dex bonus?
Plus
20
6.
plus 6. Okay.
I'm slippery.
I'm
So
not
you-
sensing
There's a reason I
magic
do
here.
a lot of damage.
A lot of the women there,
I'm not sensing anything with arcane sight. Am I?
they're
These guys aren't under a spell or something.
the priestess of Dionysus is got ensorcelments all over her. None of them are illusion phantasm. All of them are enchantments or are abjurations.
What? The people in the bar?
No, the lady who's the priestess of Dionysus, she came in here hearing him, and she came in and it sounds like she had a agenda. So keeping him away from the magical fucking agenda would be a good idea.
So I come over and say, "You need to go right now."
No. You guys are leaving.
Yeah.
Ash is in.
As you're walking out the door.
I come along with you here.
Oh, God. I'll be back, lady. Be back.
So Ash, hey Ash, keep all of them in here.
Ash is-
Ash is out with me.
Ash is going out with him. He's grabbing you. Come on, the three of us. We can go. There's one woman that's like she's grabbed a hold of like your pouch,
All right,
your
fine,
spell
fine,
pouch,
right here.
your component pouch. She's like, I want to come
I'm
with
gonna
you.
track. I'm gonna track you.
Hey, I gotta go see my family. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
You're
She
right,
says,
it ain't.
I haven't seen you in this town for years. And now she's trying to like grapple you and follow you.
Dex bonus? No.
What's your CMD?
Are we serious?
Yeah, like as you the three of you are leaving the bar.
My CMD?
Yeah. She rolled a 17.
20.
All right. She tries to get a hold of you and you just like flat out like shove her off and she skids on the ground and kip up.
Oh.
And she's like
We're in my favorite terrain. I leave.
I don't want anybody touching my pouch.
she's like, I just want to know what it's like to adventure with a hero. Obviously, something's afoot because everybody here in town is of two mentalities. Either you want to see Kirathane die and his blood be sprinkled all over the gardens of tomorrow, or you're curious as to what happened with Kirathane as the moment he turned his tail and left the town, a whole bunch of unusual stories popped up and suddenly became the town's history. And being that, you know, I study the yellow rose style of the grasping tendril, I can cling anywhere and find out what I need to know. So she slithers up next to you again, and she's like, you can go back to your home, but tomorrow morning I want breakfast. With you.
Give me a couple days.
She leans over a bit and caresses your cheek, and you can tell that she's got some sort of magical item on her cheek, and she just like caresses it real quick, and then she pulls her hand back. You don't feel like she laid anything on you. She might have taken skin cells off of you, but she didn't lay anything on you.
No enchantment or something?
You do a quick check of yourself. None.
Okay. I'm out of here.
Really weird. This town, like, you don't remember it being this creepy.
Yeah, this is a little creepy. I'm out of here.
Yeah, as you get ready to tell her, like, I might not even be able to make it in a couple days, make it a week, she's gone. Like, you don't even know where the hell she's slithered off to. But watching her mitigate through all the bodies in that bar, that was like watching a high-level kung fu master.
Okay.
She's pretty good. You two. Oh wait, you and Ash.
No, I'm tracking him.
Leaving as you guys are trying to leave.
I'm straight up tracking him.
He's going to the northern side of town.
Yeah, I'm tracking him.
All right.
I'm going following you because...
Bruce, we're in the forest for one.
It's not a forest, it's a city.
And it's a city that's in a forest. It still counts as forest.
You're gonna get half your bonus if at that.
Well, that works because that's still half my bonus applied to my normal. So that's still +2.
I get out the door and I'm
So
taking off.
28
I'm
to
following
find
him.
this
I don't think
fucking
we should
dude.
all be separated tonight, it sounds
That's
like.
the smartest thing I've heard all day.
28 to find this fucking dude.
Okay.
I am,
I'm not hiding it.
I saw him take off and I'm going with him.
All right.
I'm behind you. Yeah, this town is a little creepy.
The fuck? How the hell did you get out of there so quickly?
He was able to get away from the one grassy chick.
I had to do a,
Is that
CMD
why I was
bonus
stuck in there
knocker.
So long that one graspy chick was like,
I had to knock her on her ass and go out, but,
yeah, whatever.
but,
What the fuck
hey,
is going on here?
we need to get the fuck away from here, and I don't think we should be split up tonight.
We haven't split up tonight.
Y'all
Well,
wanna share breakfast?
you're all off. I don't think we should stay at my home, cause, there's a good chance they might know where that is.
Yeah, I was thinking of staying on the outskirts.
I'd rather, yeah. We definitely don't want to be split up tonight. I'll tell you some of the stuff I've learned, and I'll tell you there is some weird shit going on
At a time
here.
like this, I really miss our fucking house. I'm saying that again.
What's that?
I said that again.
That you miss your house?
That I missed that. I missed
The
that
inn.
house.
The demi plane.
Oh, yeah, but yeah. No.
I refer to it as our house.
Okay. I didn't realize you were saying that to me. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I don't think we should head back home, and I shouldn't be too close to you probably, because I don't know if I just had something laid on me. It doesn't look like it. Hey, you
That's
don't do
okay.
magic, do you?
If you're compromised, Ash will tell you.
Sounds like a plan.
Ash is just like,
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
yeah, I'm looking for Heinrich right now. He dipped, and so.
Roll me a d20 there, Greg.
Already did.
No, roll me a d20 right now.
Oh, another one?
Right now.
To track this fucking dude?
Right now.
It's in my house.
For reasons.
My
I
house.
roll.
So I also have my arcane
16 on
side
the
on.
dice.
What?
16 on the dice.
Ash looks at you and he's like, go bathe.
Okay.
You need to go bathe. She's just taken off the daily scent from you. So you need to go and probably going back to your
So basically, she's tracking
Home?
me to the center.
Tracking me by the scent. Okay, got it.
You know, Ash, that was a good fucking catch.
All right, I'm gonna go home and bathe. Where should I meet you later?
I don't know.
Ash tells you, he's like,
But I'm gonna try and go to the outskirts.
Ash tells you, he's like, I have a feeling I know exactly where Heinrich's headed to. So if we could meet at the gate walls to Windcrest, the district where his family lives in the morning, that'd be great.
No.
There's an inn right on the south side.
I grab Ash
The only
by
reason
the
why-
fucking chest piece.
The only reason why I know this is because there's a temple or a shrine to Aspu over there.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna grab him by his chest piece. You better be fucking lying for once.
Why?
Did he go there?
Yeah,
Why would he go there?
because he's gonna see what the fuck's going on. This is a giant cavernous hole.
If he wanted to know, he could have fucking asked.
No. All we get from you is hostility.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna run.
Your charisma's in the negatives right now.
Yeah.
No, it ain't. My charisma high as fuck.
No, not today.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
since you come
I'm
into
gonna
this
go,
town.
I'm gonna go looking for you, motherfucker.
Alright.
I'm running for him because I know now I have an
Okay.
idea of where he is. I'm
If
fucking
there's
so
anything
cool.
I can draw parallels to, Greg, it's this campaign right now is like me going back to my home of Illinois, which is not my home. But I go there and like I'm angry, bitter, pissed, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and it's just a
Well,
continuous.
it's the only home I have.
So
That was sarcasm because the only home I had was exploded.
I'm gonna
Literally days
go
ago.
home. I'm gonna bathe. I'm gonna put on some pretty scents, and then I'll try to meet up with him
Okay.
a little bit
Catch
later
you, son of a bitch.
when I don't think anybody's
Shitty
following me. But
I'm getting up there, no.
I am going to probably stay with you tonight because I don't know what the hell's happening with you or me.
Your parents don't expect you to come back home. Not that they would be upset, but they know how this community is, and now that you are a wizard with a little bit of renown.
So people know who I am here.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
something that
I
can.
thought I was unknown.
You're not a 13th level fucking wizard or 11th
No,
level.
11.
That's something important. Not everybody can cast fucking 6th level dispels and fucking disintegrates, and not everybody has that capacity.
Yeah, I don't have disintegrate, but yeah, I got what you're saying.
Not everybody makes it past the fireball level magician. Okay, most people get to fireball and lightning bolt. And like, all right, going back to fire.
So I take it you guys didn't rush, right?
I'm following her.
Just walking.
My
normally?
speed is 30.
She's not rushing.
I'm running.
In fact,
I'm gonna catch up to those motherfuckers. Just you wait.
for about 2 minutes, you guys are standing at the gatehouse to.
So Ash was
The
talking
Windcrest.
about the inn that they're gonna stay at?
Yeah, there's an inn right over here. And one of the guards is telling you, he's like, if you don't want to stay inside Windcrest because of reasons, you have a mark upon you. And it's Cure Things mark. So everybody in town knows not to mess with you. Most of the time we don't allow humans here.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
hey.
Put on those ears.
I got people afraid of you.
You should be afraid.
Majority of people in town are scared shitless of him. Because not only is he a magi, he's also a magi with a little bit of power. And a fucking, like,
Your
that's
best arm
that's
wrestler?
more dangerous.
And he's human.
And he's human, and so he has no ties here, and he has all destructive capacity. What have you done,
Well
Ronald
beyond
Reagan?
fireball.
Damn you, Ronald Reagan.
Well
Why do you
beyond
bring this nuclear bomb to us?
Apparently, if you can go past fireball like we can, they get a little nervous. But he's drawing on the map, so that's not good.
Well, that and he fucking beat their best arm wrestler.
So
Oh, yeah.
I go
Not only a
home,
mage who can cast
I
spells, he
scrub
got
and I
some
scrub
strength.
and I do a dispel magic on myself and I scrub and
I'm still proud of that.
I
You did-
put on the flower water or the rose petal water
And then after that, you rub a little bit of lavender on you.
And a little bit of lavender.
That's the one thing, like, your buddies,
Scrub my balls.
your buddy's just been shot, you know, you guys are in the sandbox, and like, after you give him the morphine injection, he's like, "Can you give me some lavender on the bottoms of my feet? That'd feel great." You know, bullets whizzing around, AK-47 barking over there. Lavender. No problem. Rub.
So
So,
that's what Ash was telling me, is that I've been, somebody grabbed my daily scent,
yeah,
so I need to get rid of that daily scent.
yeah. Miss,
Is this the cold brew here?
yes it is.
Oh, you already mixed ice cream in it?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So,
Here's it.
Yeah. No, a little bit too much to kill it.
So we're at the gate?
you're at the gates, the guards are telling you, that Kirathane has been there's a wide gap of opinion here in town. Many people are over here, they wanna know what happened, they didn't hear everything that happened, they don't believe everything the criers say. You have the crier opinion, and of course, Tariel's side of the family.
Well, I keep hearing the crier opinion.
Yeah,
Why you pointing at me?
You're not there yet.
But I'm not
after-
leaving. Why you pointing at me?
I'm scrubbing myself, serious.
after his cousin finishes up with the guard,
Tears in these eyes.
the guard looks at you and he says, "If you're not doing anything within the next few weeks, if you'd like to possibly stay in town with the community's blessing and teach us the finer arts of your swordplay, I'm sure there are many people that would love to hear your contraband talks.
Would be honored.
And also, when I leave, I stealth out of there.
Okay,
I'm not just walking down the street.
alright. You guys make your way up to the manor house where Kirathane's grandfather's statue is at the front of the driveway, making its way up to the garden.
Touch the foot. You have a fun family. Yes, you.
I like how you miss him. He was an asshole.
You
He literally would not talk to anyone in the party except for elves and him. Because he made him shit. That's it. And not even half elves. He hated Brev. Brev was gonna stab him one day.
So before we try and go in, or if she walks in and leaves the door open for me, I don't enter yet.
okay, as she's paying attention to you because you're not of the community,
Mm-hmm.
and she feels responsible for you.
I would honestly prefer it if the matron of the house allowed me entrance.
She says, "You wait right there by the statue."
Thank you.
She goes inside. Greg, roll me a d20.
Oh, I'm full on sprinting. I should have beat their walking asses here. 16 on that.
Alright. She comes out with her niece. Just as you hear familiar footsteps running up the cobblestones,
What the hell?
I'm not too
You-
far behind
you
you.
hear your mother say,
Oh yeah, you are. You had to go shower. I should have
Well,
been there.
"I wonder the same
20 minutes
exact
behind you
thing."
is all.
That sounds about right.
You see your mom walking down the driveway, past your cousin, past your magus, towards you. She puts her arms out.
No, you don't.
"Son,
No.
come here.
No.
Come here.
No.
Son, come here."
This is Heinrich.
Do you not remember? I'm not your son.
"Do you not remember I was a raging drunk?"
Yeah, well, you're doing a great job now, bitch.
Who's this, his mother?
You don't,
Heinrich, let's
you
go.
don't smell any alcohol
Fuck outta
on
here.
her. She smells different.
I don't care.
She,
She had her chance. She let me go at 6. Who lets their child go at 6? Throws him out to fucking the wilderness.
That's like a
Was it?
baby in elven years.
wasn't exactly my plan.
I was like 2. I was like 2 in elven years.
Yeah.
Fucking thrown out in the goddamn
Year
wilderness.
and a half, 2
to
years old.
fucking die.
You hear somebody.
Oh, I'm alive, bitch.
You see the lights
Couldn't
turn
kill
on
me.
across the street.
I'm about 15 minutes behind them.
Heinrich, let's go. Away from here.
You see a familiar face pop out the door across the street. Look at that little cowardly bastard. He can't even face off against his mama. Toriel.
You better grab him.
That's Tario popping his fucking head out?
Yeah.
I'll see you in a couple days.
Or is it
You don't want to have court in the street? You want to do it in front of everybody?
Like I said, we'll see. I'll see you in the Coliseum in a couple days.
You better bring your whole ass to the Coliseum. I want to kick the shit out of all of it, not just like 7/8.
It's okay. When I'm done with you, there's only gonna be, they're not even gonna find 7/8 of you.
He says, don't be so sure of yourself.
Heinrich,
Ma'am,
let's go.
my name is Heinrich McAllister.
She says, you two want to come inside? We don't have to have this yelling match between two white trash elven families.
Thank you.
Heinrich, let's get out of here.
He
Heinrich,
goes ahead, steps
Heinrich, Heinrich.
in. He turns around. Get your ass in there.
No.
I followed you. My brother, someone whom I helped make a home for. Fix this shit. That's why I'm here.
No. You don't know.
Let's find out.
You want to know? I'll
He
tell
wants-
you.
he
You
wants
were
it.
2. You don't know either.
Oh, I know.
You were 6. You don't know either.
Oh, I know. I
You know what you think you know.
No, I know.
Have you ever asked a 6-year-old?
You're a ways behind still.
No, that's true, but
He
Heinrich
doesn't know my
walks in.
backstory. He doesn't know.
Yeah, he goes inside.
Yeah, y'all don't know my back. Well, I know you know my backstory. So you know I know.
your perception is skewed when you're that young.
Not that.
Heinrich's inside.
I'm about 10 minutes down the road.
He's stretching out in this armor.
About 10 minutes.
This is weird.
What's that?
I'm
You're
pulling,
about 2 minutes away.
I'm pulling the bow off. Any fucking crazy ass moves, I'm shooting you.
I'm stealthing up the back alleys.
Who are you threatening? Who are you threatening?
What do you think? My mother.
Okay.
Tariel's getting his in a couple days. I haven't forgot. I never forget. To mark the calendar. I made a calendar just to mark it.
So,
That's
I
a
created
that,
a
that's good.
I created a calendar just to mark it.
I like that. I'm gonna steal that somewhere.
as you're standing there doing
That's
that,
how you could retire,
You
making
see-
calendars, and everyone loves them. You're just
Ever
rich
placed that
from
ball
calendars.
in his mom?
yeah.
Use this stack for D door, stay right in front.
Okay.
You first. I'm not letting you behind me.
So,
Your mom wanders inside the house. Heinrich, you're pleasantly surprised at the dining room table. It's a circular dining room table like what you find in Brooklyn.
My better fucking judgment.
You see what appears to be Bridget Nelson sitting there with a half glass of wine with a full decanter next to her. She's like, my thoughts were correct. She immediately starts to pour something like Roscoe. She's like, I love dessert. Do you?
I don't think we're in the mindset right now for any dessert.
Dessert, dinner theater, family troubles, it's all the same.
Dinner theater, family troubles, it's all the same. My life is dinner theater to you? I thought we were friends.
The lady stands up and she's like, as a member of this community's armed services, I must say that I eagerly anticipate the changes you will bring to this wonderful community.
I have no problems with you.
everybody seems to be on our side, but everybody says the town is split.
All I gotta say is...
Just saying. I'm not there yet.
I'm just gonna say
I'm
this.
not there yet.
Ted Cruz won the Senate for Texas. I never see Ted Cruz bumper stickers. I always get pissed off because I drive up to a red fucking light and there's some faggot with a fucking radio or
There's one of two
rainbow fucking Beto sticker. Yeah, I'm recording it and I don't give a shit.
There's one of two things that's probably going on. One, they support me for whatever fucking reason, which is highly unlikely. Or two,
They're
they
afraid
support
to admit
him
that
and
you-
they're trying to get as much information on me as possible,
And
including maybe
that's
tactics.
that's what I'm afraid of, especially after the bar.
They might.
You go and
He was going to try and kill me till I came back.
Yeah, and that's I'm afraid
I
of
miss our house.
I'm afraid
At
of the
least I had
second one after the
Eggs
bar.
that weren't,
I'll remake it.
poisoned.
one of your sisters goes up to the
The fuck
Cabinet.
you.
Where's Ash at?
Ash is busy. And she open the door and she's like,
I'm too busy.
this
to
is
do that.
called Jack. I believe you humans drink it. It's out of Vindhome.
No, it isn't.
It was.
It's made by
No.
a guy named Daniels.
No,
It was.
no.
Look.
It's Greg Daniels.
It's
and
Greg
you know
Daniels.
it. I created the first whiskey. It's Greg Daniels.
Okay.
It's been in almost every single campaign, and I'm proud of it.
For the past year and a half. You can thank Smelly Friend Garrett.
You got Greg Daniels there, huh?
Hey, it was my know-how.
Yeah.
Thank you, but I do prefer mead.
Oh,
One of the other sisters squeals with joy. By the way, all the women of his family are just a female version looking, female appearance version of him.
So you're saying there's not much diversity in this gene pool?
I'm not gonna have
They-
hair
they-
at the end of this. I swear to you, I'm
They
gonna
they all have
my
long
hair.
they all have long locks of hair, curly. All the women have long curly hair, like the curlers were put in and pulled out after like a full night's rest.
Why would you put me through this?
Your sisters,
These people I did.
No matter how pretty
Your
she
sisters-
is, related to him,
yeah, it's
it's
awful.
always like I'm tapping an ass that's only 7/8.
I can't wait to watch this.
No interest.
So
Apparently, they all inherited my arrow to the ass.
No, that's just what I'll see. That's what's
That's
keeping
all
me
he'll be
awake.
able to see is
it might be a full round ass, but that he's thinking there's a hole like right over here.
How much of a brother you want?
So
That
these
should be about 5 minutes.
the girls come in and like
Now
when
I'm
they see
wishing I
you,
would've
they have
just been
tears in their
poisoned.
eyes, and they tell you care thing.
Who are you?
I'm Emma. I'm Esther.
They've all got the same voice.
And they're
And they all sound just like you.
Esther, Emma, and Elaine from top down. They're about 5 years younger than you.
I'm currently mapping out which one looks the strongest, and then the mid, then the weakest. That way, if something happens, that's the order they're going down in.
The weakest one has like already you can see like the
Oh
magical
no,
and
you don't
source.
have to do all that. You just.
You can already tell like the magical and sorcererments on the youngest one. She's already an accomplished spellcaster. She's already been learning how to possibly do dreamers
Might
and
have to break down.
other glamours and such.
Thanks. Pal.
After they get done introducing themselves to you and giving you a hug,
Nope. Do not.
No touchy.
why not touchy? You're our brother.
No, I don't know you.
Do I look like you?
I go ahead and sip.
Yeah, that's easy to fake.
So
Kira.
they all look like you.
That's
That might
easy to
that might be a tip.
Yeah,
This could
I
be.
got it.
No. I'm good.
I can't wait
After-
to get there at the
after-
arcade site.
Hey, you're being fucking.
Are you going to
sturdy.
crush them? Are you going to crush them?
Am I going to like shoot them?
Are you if they try to come up to you and give you a hug?
Are they gonna try?
Yes.
Then we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Are you seriously going to shoot something that looks like you?
That can be faked. It's called illusion.
Could be, yeah, but you've got.
Alteration.
Oh, don't you guys have the
I literally
timers?
created a construct. That's what they could be.
Don't you?
Detect magic.
I thought you already had that on.
No.
Okay.
I've got
By the way, there's a
arcade
knock at the
site.
door. There's a knock at the door.
As I'm like backed up with
The,
the whole fucking.
Mistress of the
Tron.
guard, or the silver command of the guard,
Mhm.
stands up. She's like, "Do you want me to get that, miss?" And Carathane's mom says, "Please."
Henrik sets down his glass, resumes his staff.
You see your friend being allowed in by Brigitte.
Hi guys. I was stealthy the whole way, by the way. Nobody's followed me. I bathed. I tell this to you too.
Have a seat. Family discussion.
Okay. The
Arc-
middle child is like,
Arcane sight this whole time.
Mommy told us a lot about you.
One moment. Tell him about what happened to you earlier.
Oh yeah, somebody touched me and apparently got my scent, and
So
so
there's
that they
one
could
reason
track me.
you see
I've gone home,
I'm
bathed,
skeptical.
checked
So
myself.
imagine that. There's a lordly issue here and people are being underhanded. You're shocked.
So somebody's trying to track me,
Yeah.
track you through me.
Big surprise. Okay, let's deal with this now.
And I do have my arcane sight permanent, so if they are
The
enchantments.
one thing you can tell about this household is that on the exterior of the house,
Work that way.
there's a large dampening field that's been layered into the actual woodwork itself. There's a large number
And
of
you're supposed to be on my side. Stop it.
sears, or what you would consider like
Train me.
surveillance
the
beams
Judas.
ensorcelled within the gargoyles that are on the outside. A lot of the community that you're in, that you noticed, this is the only one that has gargoyles perched upon the rooftops and rain gutters.
Security cameras?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he said.
yeah, they're all like wired in, and they're the magical streams are going to the interior of this home. There's also a large "do not fuck with us" fence, magically ensorcelled around the property. The only entry points are the fucking cobblestones coming up the driveway. As you come up the driveway, you saw there's a butt ton of ensorcelments on the statue of what looks like to be Kirathane's grandfather.
What do you mean?
Like, it looks like a magical fucking construct.
Oh, not enchantments on the statue.
Yeah, there's enchantments where like the same ensorcelments that are on the gargoyles are on his eyes. There's clairvoyance layered upon his ears. There's magic of mouths available for one-way communication and warnings. There's an alarm
High tech.
mounted on
God damn.
on it as well.
These
And
guys are paranoid or something, or they're
Stolen golf?
malicious.
And you worry about
Nope.
me,
nope, not a stone golem.
guy who's literally in a hometown which he has
He is
no
a
real home
construct.
in.
Yeah.
Not a stone golem.
Only had like
Okay, so I'm
Three
picking up
people I
on
can
all this. Do I
trust.
pick up on anything of the family, like they've got an illusion spell on, or
You don't detect any illusions whatsoever. You do note that the middle child has enchantments upon her face, because you're thinking she's probably ugly to the bone or something. So she had to have her charisma bumped up a bit.
is there any way to see past that?
Yeah. Roll me a spellcraft checks above 30.
Oh fuck.
you are
24.
Sorry, dude.
The worst. No, no,
I rolled a 3. I got a 21.
Nat 20?
Okay.
he is the worst.
You can tell, like, this girl here, she had, like,
therapist, you're doing a bad job.
there was a birth defect with her, and she's got, like, a cleft lip.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a quote-unquote birth defect.
That's the thing.
But
fixed. Oh, wait.
They've fixed it through magic
Mm-hmm.
to where she looks pretty much like a young Margot Robbie.
So these people that look
So
like
not
him
bad.
look like him naturally.
Yeah, they don't look like they've been magically augmented to be him. They just look like
They're
the
not
same,
DNA
They're it's the same
replicas.
DNA structure
Bloodline.
as him. The bloodline is
Okay.
very strong. His father's bloodline is
Apparently
hugely
everyone
strong.
looks like me.
But the odd thing is that the mothers have a very recessive strain to them. But his cousin will tell you that she's an only child.
I thought she had a sister. That's how it was his cousin.
No, the mothers
My mother's sister.
are sisters. Their moms are sisters.
Yeah.
Someone who wants
But
to save
his
his
cousin
mother.
is the only child that his aunt had.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant.
Okay.
Okay, I'm tracking.
And that's what I want to
He
talk to you
has
about.
sisters.
Your father's in prison for a lot of things.
Big shocker.
Well, whenever there's money and influence behind your opposition, they can invent a lot of problems for you.
And not like he didn't deserve it.
He wasn't a horrible person. You give him a lot of grief.
Eyes wide open.
The worst-
I'm scanning.
I had.
You want to know grief? You want to know grief? Look at this. This is grief.
She's like,
Sorry.
she
Like,
almost supposed to like rub
Rub your
and feel
belly.
the scars on her son and cry, but you can tell it just broke her heart. She tells you that
You don't know grief.
I don't, knowing the man that I love, had sex with my sister and made your cousin. That's not grief.
So cousin's half sister?
Apparently so.
Well, this family's getting more and more interesting. Out of game, I said that.
I'd rather not have come back here, but I had obviously no fucking choice.
You could have gone with Ash.
The birthright has to be fixed.
You just left. Didn't say nothing. Just left.
The-
Bodyguard.
Dude,
You
I'm
have to-
surprised they let him wander around by himself.
You have to kill Tariel.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
Well, it's not just you that's on the line here. You see your three sisters staring back at you.
Yeah, he wants to kill me. He wants to take out our whole bloodline. I know the whole story. This whole bloodline of people I've never seen before in my life, other than you, which last time I remember seeing you, it was to wave my ass out the goddamn forest.
You can't have you here. Not while there was situations going on that would have killed you at the time. Now at least you have a chance to stand up for yourself and defend yourself.
Ah, yeah, because throwing a 6-year-old in the forest was a great idea.
Beats a city.
We're sorry that we gave you the start that we did. We're happy that you survived. You have your father's iron will. And
No,
we'll be happy
no,
to see you.
no. I have my grandmother's will. I don't have shit from you.
We heard you took care of a problem in our family too.
So that's what we are now? That's what grandmother and I are? We're just problems? We're
No.
problems to you?
If you wish to seal this, you can see it however you like. But the issue remains that your endeavors,
My endeavors are my own. That shit I did with
shit.
these people you see here.
It went down.
Yeah,
Oh.
my
Oh,
bad.
man!
Yeah.
Good, now you're
Yeah.
fucking in the zone!
She says,
Start over.
yeah,
Rewind. Go back 10 minutes. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, like how far were we? I'm gonna have to ad-lib this whole thing.
they tell you that
It was good.
we have
I was all in it.
a
You were into it.
duty. You have a duty.
We all have it.
So out of
See,
curiosity,
The last thing I
out of
remember,
game.
I wasn't part of this family, but now that this guy has come out of nowhere, I now have a duty. So I'm now magically just part of the family.
Have
It's a
been.
pinnacle point in time. Before that,
Out
it
of game.
sounds
Would I
like it
know what
was safe
level
before
spellcasters this
for you to be
family
gone.
is?
Now it's better for you to be here.
Why?
They don't have anybody above 14.
They just want me here.
So
to
they're all
kill
they're
the
all
neighbor.
pretty good, well up there then. They're
They
past the
want me here
fireball
to
stage,
take out
obviously.
Tariel because he's a fucking asshat, which I will agree he is.
What
So
happens
don't
after
worry, I'm going to take care of that.
I'm just
And what
curious how
happens after that?
11 level would
I
stack
don't
up
know.
against these
You
guys.
think I thought this all the way through?
that? Ask.
Quite frankly, I just
Not
want
that
to
I'm
go
going
back.
to, I just
Now,
wanna
right
go.
now, I'm missing Tsar.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. You just see me over here going,
I don't know. I don't know if it's a good
At least that
thing
was
that I
just one
can,
shoot.
as a DM, I can give you guys some family drama, improv.
Hey, I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Because, like, you know.
you just see me
So
nod about
Heinrich
missing
asks-
Czar.
What?
Since he's not, Heinrich says, since he's not asking, I'll ask. What happens with him when he succeeds against this douchebag?
He'll have an opportunity to have a position here within the Forest Kingdoms, and
And if I don't take it,
you don't take it.
then what happens? Who leads, apparently?
Well, that'll
Tariel
actually
did.
go to either your cousin, and she looks at you. She's like, I'm not.
Cousins in here?
She says, I'm not incompetent.
I don't know about that. Couldn't even keep me in a room.
I don't have to.
Detective. Oh, he's not here.
I didn't have to keep you in a room. I just had to get Heinrich's attention and bring him here. And here you are.
They manipulated you.
I'm not a manipulator. We all have our gifts.
I
You
knew
shoot
that.
things.
You
I talk.
figured if you got
I told
My
her
friend.
to bring me here.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly something that
No, I'm just kidding.
the
I
problem.
just wanted to get some coffee, but like, I'll just be bugging him as I
The problem that
Be
you're
nice to your
having,
mother.
I understand it. I'm not saying you're right. I just said I understand it. The problem that I wanted.
What do you understand? What do you understand? The fact that I went 17 years, 117 by myself for most of it, mind you, barely surviving as an outcast of a family that didn't want me, a kingdom that didn't give a rat's ass about its people, only to find that I was more accepted by humans, by halflings.
Maybe.
Hell, I'm pretty sure the North would accept me more.
Hey, do I look like chopped liver?
Yeah.
Okay.
L-
I
Alright, just-
like it too.
The
Okay.
And lavender.
the one thing that elves could learn from humans
Thanks for throwing the lavender part in.
is a little bit of diplomacy and goodwill. That's their greatest strength. Others will say it's their diversity or strength of character. I say it's their goodwill, as they unite like no other
I thought
race.
humans and elves were friendly.
They duel each other. On a political basis, the elves are frustrated that they don't have the birth rates as humans.
Is
But
that this world?
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
this world.
Normally
That's-
they intermingle or interact quite a bit.
a lot of elves
Hence
in
a lot of half elves.
the Hyperborean area, there was almost an entire
Yeah.
there's almost an
In
entire
this world or normally?
in this world.
Yes.
Okay, this world.
There's a
Actually, it would actually be normally, but most of them just wave that. Bruce knows what's up.
there was a period of
No.
time where the elven seers thought that they could enhance their stock by breeding the elves into their midst, and they made a segregated state of half elves, or what you would call Numenarian, or half whatever. But the thing is, it didn't work as well as they wanted it to, and they had a severe amount of struggle because the reduced lifespan, coupled with the reduced potency of the seed. And over the course of about 1,000 years, things have changed, and the elves have gotten back their old stock. And not all the half-elven stock is bred out of either humans or the elves, but there was like a small buffer state, their own Mongolia for all intents and purposes, that kind of bridged a gap between the humans and elves. But they've united since then on other issues, mainly the issues of scholastic teachings, arcane theories, and most importantly, survival. Because this world, the politics does play a large part of it, more than most D&D games or Pathfinder games. But the worst part about this world is the fact that there's such a quick prevalence of evil. As soon as evil spawned, it just gets promoted, it rises. And that's where the humans and the elves really bonded. There's a lot of friction between humans and dwarves, because the humans have had problems with dwarves before,
They
and
keep taking our minds.
And elves and dwarves never liked each
they
other.
never get along.
Oh, those prissy little pants can't even hold their own liquor.
There's an entire set of campaigns I could run here
I gotta go.
between elves and dwarves, and just trying to hash out problems between their races.
And I was gonna say, I had always thought that elves
Yeah,
and,
Bad enough with the
maybe
elves.
not this
Someone's
world, but
trying,
elves and
but they're
humans
doing
work
a piss poor
together.
job.
They kept to themselves, but
I'm
they,
no therapist.
The only time
I
the
can see
elves
my
and dwarves
charisma.
get together is when it involves
That
currency,
explains why this is all
the exchange
going
of
south.
funds. That's
I
the
just
only time they
wanna
really
tell
get
them
together.
why this douchebag have to
They-
have a
I've seen it with,
plea.
you know, there'll be elves in the human town or whatever. Humans never go to elf.
The humans really never go to the elven town. This is a rarity. The fact that they have
It's not
There was
unheard
once.
of to see an elf in a human town.
There's legend of one. He was known by the name of Balon.
Yeah, Balon traveled everywhere.
Okay,
Anyway,
back to game.
so
All right, back. All right.
Get your strut on.
I gotta get that,
Get that swagger going.
I got to get the built-in anger, All right, I'm good.
So, with everybody talking and then just letting you be silent and strut around the house, you know that this is a really good wine. This is a really good. They have no mead. One of the girls squeals with joy. She brings down a concoction which is a moonshine. It's a cherry moonshine.
Not mead.
Here's the cherry
Yeah, a
stuff
few
again.
things. I'll bring mead next time I'm here.
One of the youngest daughter comes up to you and she says, "You remind me of a human chef that we had in the welcome town to the east. He used to always." She looks around. In every recipe he made, he would always put nightshade in it, so that the children would build up an immunity to poisons. And if they continued to do such, it was rumored they would possibly, over the course of their long lives, not be affected by such things. Tomatoes, in old time, tomatoes used to be a heavy ingredient in poisons.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the leaves are toxic.
I mean, it's a scary thing, what the Italians have done with culinary skills, but
I'm not so good at the cooking.
okay. She says, "That's a shame. I was hoping you'd have some fine tales." She sits down.
Last game.
I am not much of a bard, but I can give you nightmares.
The last game that I played with you and you were the chef. Always cooking
yeah.
something.
My sorcerer, and even the DM was like, okay, you're doing skill focus, profession, cook. That's not a waste, but I actually did a lot for the game.
You made a lot of food.
Made a lot of food, got a lot of inns to different places, but in the silence while he's collating data and they're being silent, I ask about the church of, what was it, Dionysus?
Oh, the one here?
The one, I assume you mentioned that the priestess of Dionysus was doing enchantment heavy.
Oh, in the bar? Yeah, was that Dionysus?
Dionysus.
Yeah, Dionysus.
Do you know who Dionysus is?
Another deity.
That's about all I know.
You see, she probably sees an expression.
Hold on, knowledge religion. I've got
Sure.
Plus 20.
plus 20 in it. 27. God, I can't roll. We're time to get new dice. Knowledge religion. It's this table. I need to start rolling on that table. I do better when it rolls on the hardwood.
It likes the hard.
Dionysus is a wild deity who often will make errors in judgment. Surprisingly, there's a lot of people that find odd humor in that, but for those that understand the debauched nature, they asked you to join the Wild Hunt.
I was overhearing about him.
The Wild Hunt, did that come up?
I overheard something about it. I don't know that did they ask me? They asked somebody.
No, they asked you, wasn't it? Join the Wild Hunt or something like that?
Yeah, they asked you the Wild
While I
Hunt.
was banging my head on the table.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
still listening.
They
I
asked you
walked
to
out,
do join the Wild Hunt.
I didn't notice for a
So yeah, that came up in our
I
group.
Ash was there.
I caught up.
So,
So knowledge, history, or religion. What is the Wild Hunt? 32.
it's a celebration of various things, but main thing is that there will be something marked throughout the night and a large crowd will follow it throughout the wilderness until either it evades capture and sunrise happens, or they have instead a grand feast where they dip their fingers within the corpse, rip out lungs, tissue, muscle, and bone, feast upon it, and drink heavy liquors to their content until they are able.
I was touched.
Did they cook it?
No.
They just want to eat me.
It sounded fun until the part where they rip it out and eat it whole.
The phrase works.
I might be the hunt.
Well, you better evade fucking capture.
I'm glad I'm in a place that's got a lot of alarms and whatnot.
So detect magic on him for anything.
I already did a detect magic on myself.
He doesn't have anything on layered upon him.
They took my scent, but I've since then scrubbed myself from head to toe and
Okay.
anointed myself in oils, which should cover my scent.
The anointed oils probably helped him out quite a bit.
Rose water and lavender and oils and whatever could cover my scent. Every body spray you could imagine.
The oldest daughter comes up to you and she hands you a greenish fluid in a glass bottle, and she's like,
Mace body spray.
"You could, you could,
Mace body spray, is that what you said?
you could rub this all over yourself upon the next time you exit the bath, and that will totally remove any scent you have. Once you're done applying it to your body, take a stick and scrape it off. And then afterwards, don't be surprised if the local dogs and mongrels decide they want to lick you. Not bite you, lick you."
It's not peanut butter. Get off my junk.
I'm just gonna rub some on right here. I don't need to rub it all over my whole body.
So,
What is that strange elf doing with that dog?
Is that peanut butter? No, that's green sauce. Well, maybe I should use this too.
so they discuss with you that possibly the wild hunt was trying to look for their next bit of prey, but the majority of the discussion around this table is
So since this comes up and I ask, hey, have I been marked?
not marked, but has somebody tried to lay a trace on you? Possibly, but they wouldn't lay it on you. They'd actually take something from you.
He's all excited.
Starbarians 3?
What?
Yo, Starbarians 3 is out.
What?
That's Steven.
Starbarians.
No, Bruce. No, Bruce. No.
Look at it later. We're in a moment.
So-
Exactly. I like this moment.
Does that mean that I've been picked for the hunt?
Possibly. What did the person look like that did that to you? His mother's kind of
Was that
fierce.
Dionysus that did it?
No, that was
Not
the
Dionysus
no,
herself, but
there was a
oh,
cleric
that was
of
the
Dionysus.
slippery.
The monk.
Yes.
She's the one that had all that dex that
Did-
moved through the crowd like a
did-
snake.
Wait. You said a slippery monk?
A slippery monk.
There's a school of Yellow Rose adherents.
She did mention yellow rose.
Okay.
Tentacles and yellow.
That's just me
Rose.
laughing.
Tentacles.
The yellow. What was it?
Yellow rose with the grasping tentacles or something like that.
I was thinking black tentacles, yellow rose,
Or
but
grasping,
something. She mentioned something along those
Tendrils?
lines. Tendrils, yeah, maybe it was tendrils.
Okay. All right. Well, the thing is that you have to beat Tariel.
So
You could even, if you want to, you could just make him scream for mercy and have him submit, or you could kill him.
Oh, because I have a hole in my leg from the last time I heard from him.
he'll never give up. Kill him.
That was not appreciated. Anyways. I can handle.
Hey, by the way, I can use make hole on your ass and fill in that divot. Just hope I don't fill in the wrong hole.
That's restoration.
Never be able to shit again.
Restoration could fix that.
Your cousin says,
These scars make me good.
actually, that sounds hilarious. I think we should all go get our magical surgeries done tomorrow, and all of us have a hole put in our ass in solidarity.
Not attractive.
This whole address is never gonna end.
Not a fashion statement.
It was a wound.
Just put a piece of jewelry in there. You got to pierce that.
Not that kind of elf.
Free the elves.
Bejeweled.
How did you get your bow? Or your grandpa's bow?
He left it, remember? He left it with a note.
That I don't recall.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Well,
the session
shit.
after he left, and I came back with Kira.
This town really sucks. It's gone to hell since I
Essentially,
left.
He left a bow with a note saying.
Or maybe it was crazy before I left, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
This
then
sounds weird.
Next session I came in.
Was it
as an
weird when I was
archer,
growing up?
And I had a basic ass bow, and y'all were like, use this.
But I managed to not
And I
be
was
so
like,
weird.
oh, well, thanks. Didn't know it was his bow
I'm
yet.
not saying I'm not completely
Gotcha.
weird.
Until like
Or not weird.
we talked more about it, and you're like, yeah, you got named Calandria, and I was like, wait a minute, that's what I'm here for. Because I heard my grandfather was alive, and I wanted to try and find him,
Oh yeah.
as well as my grandmother disappeared. My grandmother disappeared looking for him. So I wanted to find him to find her, and then that's when I found her fucking spirit.
Yeah. And freed her. I was happy about that moment.
I didn't realize my town was so weird.
I wasn't.
Happy that we freed her soul. Sucks she died, but
Yep. That is definitely the second part.
I'm no bard, but I regale that story in case they wanted to know.
Yeah, they wouldn't care. They cast grandma out too.
I'll see their reaction.
Yes, sir.
I regale them the story of his grandma and her passing. And when we used the disruption mace on her and freed her and all that.
His mother says, after many shocked minutes of silence, she tells you she appreciates the work that you and your companions have done. That small act is just one more brick in our wall, in our foundation, to rebuild ourselves from being publicly ruined and humiliated by a decided group of relatives in our own town who seek to self-promote, who seek to step on anybody else that gets in their way in order to promote themselves, instead of being a general good-natured being. But that is exactly the type of thing that we expect.
So
For
he's-
many
he's
years,
related? The Turiel guy?
he's related very much so.
Put an arrow in his ass and it's like you're taking care of family.
He's distant relation though, isn't he?
In many places.
Not too distant. On his father's side, there's a
Even more so.
there's a brother of his father, or his uncle that he never met, for good reason, was a very jealous younger uncle, and he did everything he could to be a conniving son of a bitch throughout all of his life, and that's the main reason why his father is now incarcerated in the human lands of the South.
He deserves it.
I don't think anybody in our party is politically motivated.
Unless you consider money political motivation.
Wow. Nobody wants to be the leader of a town, I don't think.
We're murder hobos.
You want to be the leader?
Actually, whenever we first took over that little small town in the desert, remember, I was like, I'll be the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they were like, no,
Crossroads, or-
we'll leave him alone.
In the crossroads or?
I think it was before the crossroads. That little town that we've been rebuilding, we've been staying at lately. The one where we killed that fucking tower of cultists. That one. The one that, oh, Mama Bruin.
Oh yeah, crossroads.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
It's called something else, but I just remember it. He kept calling it crossroads, so I'm like, hey, it's the crossroads.
So whenever we
Yeah,
get
fair.
whenever we get a private moment, I tell you also about my encounters at the Mage Academy. By the
I've
way,
been through days.
so you guys will be aware.
In therapy, I made up myself, which involved a lot of drinking. I'm fine now.
So you guys will be aware of everything I learned at the Mage Academy. Whenever we get a private moment.
You told them about ley lines?
They told me about ley lines as well. And that they're increasing everywhere.
Ley lines exist. It's not about them increasing. It's more about,
Whether what they're used for.
yeah.
It's like an arrow. It's like a bow. A bow does nothing on its own. Yet when it's picked up by the hunter, it can either be used for good or evil.
Well, that's true.
Well,
But
the difference-
usually elves keep to themselves. They're not going to be traveling the world to take over everything, so I didn't feel too
The
bad.
difference is ley lines shift naturally. With what was done with Tsar, it was shifted unnaturally to make multiple nexuses within Tsar.
And now, I want to go back to that right now.
I would much rather be in Tsar. I just want you to kill this guy.
I don't know. It is kind of pretty here.
It is pretty here, but the people are weird as fuck.
Elves.
No, I'm an elf and I say they're weird. Apparently that's why I left, is because everybody was weird.
I just want to get this over with.
Let's get to the fight, yeah.
Would it be safer to have Ash in our group remain here?
You can do whatever you want. You can decide to do this however you like.
This is Heinrich asking his mother, the matron.
Who literally just shit her pants.
Holy shit, you want Heinrich here? Or not Heinrich.
Hmm?
Who is it?
Who?
I need to use the restroom.
Ash. Yeah, Ash, sorry.
Yeah, Ash isn't here.
Okay.
Heinrich can go get him though.
So, yes, apparently, here's some more information that I've learned.
Lay it on us.
Hmm?
He said, here's some more information I learned. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Lay it
No,
on us.
just everything he said earlier. I repeat back what he said. Oh, and apparently a bunch of orcs have been chanting themselves to look like elves, trying to sneak into the city. A few have gotten through. Most are stopped. From the west, they've been coming, trying to infiltrate the city.
For destructive means or
I have to go.
I have no clue why.
hunting?
Oh,
I mean, Reese, I left.
You left?
I left because he started talking about the orcs who were trying to infiltrate as elves. Familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I immediately grabbed my bow and I fucking left.
I follow.
I said, I gotta go.
well, I'm not sitting here by myself.
Brigitte Nelson
Goddamn,
Walks
this
over.
town needs goddamn clean.
walks over to you and she says, "Before you leave, you need these." She pulls a set of spectacles out of her ample bosom pocket.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Check it. Detect magic.
They're definitely magical.
Auras. Purpose.
So you
So arcane sight, knowledge,
They
arcana.
are specialized glasses.
32
To
knowledge,
reduce
arcana.
cost. These are glasses that are designed to pick up two things: orcs and orcish magic.
Okay.
Who does she give them to?
Him.
Okay.
How many of these do you have?
I just gave you the pair that I have for myself.
Yeah, I wonder where she got those.
Yeah.
Some guy in a flannel
I
shirt
have
and a
my,
mullet.
basically looks like my armor.
Has she been going through my
It's like that, but full body.
What
Okay.
they give her all my shit?
With a helmet, it looks like that.
You know who.
Who?
You know who.
And spectacles.
You know who.
Say it.
You know who.
You look
I'm not
you look
saying
cool
her
as
name.
hell from here
Discord.
down.
No.
The top half you look.
She stole my shit. This bitch got my.
Well, we're not going after the orcs right now.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
apparently.
I am.
It's the middle of the night,
Oh,
and the hunt is on.
They're
Uh-huh.
night
It is.
creatures. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny. So, I basically have this on. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
This on my head with spectacles.
So,
You look like
So,
a fucking dude off of
figure it out yet?
the road warrior.
Figure it out.
Orcs?
You figure out
The
why.
gyrocopter just that works.
And then
So-
figure out why.
With arcane sight, I would be able to tell. I would be able to see an aura if an orc were disguised, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
So you can keep those glasses. I don't need them because I can tell if something
Yes.
just got. I really like this permanent.
Here's some corpses. Alright, Schmeagle. You hungry?
I like that permanent arcane view
Yeah.
or
Well,
arcane
yeah, we
sight.
gotta finish it out.
You wear the glasses, we can figure out. Beat these guys out.
What job?
Remember?
No, I don't.
Okay, remember, I got cast out in the young
That's good
game.
stuff.
Picked up by my grandma. And then, holding
For
them.
what?
I
Orcs?
was forced into service of the,
Fighting living stuff.
you know, they, basically the special forces. And there's shit I did to the orcs.
Actually, scorching ray is great because I can get 3. Fireball, haste, spike hits, acid pits, hungry pits.
That's pretty much
Height
it.
and
Like,
fireball.
I
Yeah,
was
I've got
able
pretty good
to,
stuff.
Basically take out
Rave enfeeblement.
certain kinds of,
Yeah.
All that does is just lower their stuff. That's good
They're
against the.
attributes, yes.
That's what it did.
That's good against higher level things, right?
Good at it.
But it
That's
can
cool.
only.
Then they.
It will only.
Where I was stationed for a little while. like,
It's
after
1d6
grandmother
plus,
disappeared. And I found out that the
5 to one
grandfather
attribute.
was alive.
Do I pick it
Or
or?
strength.
And so that she wanted to find her brother.
Orcs and strengths are kind of hand in hand. Unless you're dealing with mage.
I deserted.
Okay, so then that reduces their strength or their intelligence if they're a mage.
Had to bring you
strength.
back into it.
Is it only strength?
I
It's
was
only
out,
strength.
Bruce.
But I was just saying.
I was
Oh,
out.
fortitude.
Brought me back.
It's a
Oh, that's the same.
Yeah.
I was out at a game.
Do 1d6. That's the one I was thinking. Okay,
Mhm.
-6 decrease to ability score, -4 to attack rolls,
On the way out.
50% chance to act normal. Otherwise, it takes no action.
I was out, but they pulled me back in.
Those are good on living
That was
things.
minor tasking. That's good.
Yeah,
You're right. That's good. That's good for
Huh?
living
Are you
things.
caught up to me?
I'm following.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
Glasses and a bucket.
I'm going with you. I'm not getting left alone anywhere in this city. I know they're after you, but
Although,
I feel like I've got as big a target on my back as you do.
fast though.
I can't.
And I'm in half of my terrain, so I get a half a bonus.
So I might be having trouble keeping up there.
Oh yeah, barely.
Yeah. I feel like I've got a target on my back as big as
But you're okay. I didn't start stealthing yet. I just straight up walked out the fucking house. I was going hunting.
I'm staying stealth because apparently I'm part of the hunt.
So you came up and asked me if everything's okay. We'll go back to that, okay? Ready?
Yeah.
Alright. Now role play this out properly. So,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
I do.
Pissed.
Oh, no shit.
I was out. I was out. I was out.
You wanted to come here.
That's
Not by choice. It was that or I was gonna get poisoned to death. And I don't want to live my whole life in fucking fear of being poisoned. Fuck that.
Okay. And
That's not it.
take care of him, and you won't have it.
I've done things. I've done things.
We all have.
You thought Tsar was bad. I've done some fucked up shit. But you know what? You know what? The orcs are back. The orcs are fucking back. And there's only one thing I can do about it. One. Sorry, trying to back them both.
Mhm.
They don't.
Oh, a lot.
So is it in the morning that you fight?
Wait, what the fuck? When
What-
did you get here? This is
I
none
followed
of your-
you out the
This
door.
is none of your concern.
I followed you out the door.
And I have weird spectacles on now.
So where'd you get those? What are those even for?
Your cousin sister.
Ah. Great.
Yes, I have one. Fuck you.
So,
I know I don't have one.
out of
You
game,
should
is
just
it
know.
in the morning you have to fight?
No, I'm walking
It's
down the
a
road.
couple days out.
I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
start.
Days out?
Yeah, no,
I'm
the
actually gonna
fight.
start trying to track orcs.
He's
You,
talking
uh,
about the fight.
Yeah, I'm
For-
talking,
Oh, that's a couple days from now.
yeah, that's
For-
what I was talking about.
For roughly
Oh yeah. That's
the next 3 hours,
They
you
can't hide from me, Bruce. They can't. Mm-mm.
So you've got your magic glasses, and I've got my arcane sight. We can detect if there's something around.
you guys do a really good job of going down and around the borders of the
Can you
town.
tell me what your glasses do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
They
see
do
horses.
they do
Then-
your cousin's sister.
Here's what we're gonna do. It's time for me to think like Brett.
Mhm.
I'm going to hide and basically follow them around until they give me a signal, which we will predetermine. And once that signal is given,
Signal goes boom.
that's exactly what happens. I take down an orc.
For about a day and a half, you guys walk through the city
Oh shit.
in as best of a surveillance mode as possible, trying to remain hidden, trying to remain stealthy.
Hey, natural habitat.
A lot of people don't see you. The ones that
You see your goofy ass.
do see you, they see him first, and then they see you.
Do they see the look in my eye?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
Do we
every
have-
once in a while during the daytime, after sleeping and spells and all that, do sparring with the guard.
Okay. For about a day and a half, you guys are walking around town following him, and he sees occasional.
He's got glasses, and I'm using my sight. And you're following behind us.
I'm stealthing.
I'm also kind of staying stealth.
You know I'm there. Like I told you guys, like that was the plan. I was gonna stay hidden, and once you found an orc, you give me the signal.
No, it'd basically be an explosion.
You just
Well,
look
he
at him
didn't
and
say
go,
that. He just said a signal, so I'm
You're just
doing.
like what? Fucking take arrows to the face. I like that signal. It's a good one. Cause they're confused until it hits them.
Mm-hmm.
You guys do your best to maintain vigilance, and after about a day and a half, you start seeing small things in the exterior walls on the western side of the city. The detection for the orcish magics is popping up, and when you take the glasses off and do your spell casting and try and detect what these are, the two of you will note that they've got somehow embedded in the walls. Somebody has planted some gems of like a DBF,
DBF.
delayed blast fireball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spell magic.
shit.
Spell. I'll step over here.
Yeah,
All
we-
right. Yeah, we will.
Out of here.
Spelling.
You know, you keep this up, I'm gonna recommend you for the Elven Commandos.
No, I guess it's spell magic.
So, is there anyone in the street?
Oh, there's a few people. Once you warn them away, they clear pretty quickly.
Tell one to tell the guard we found
The guards arrange
Wait, wait, I got my
perimeter.
hood on.
Don't let anybody in it.
So, do I need greater or just regular?
I go greater. How many are there?
There's
I've only got one. How many are there? Are they
There's-
all in the same spot?
no, they're spaced out about every 40 feet. Two of them are
That's got a
Lay-
pretty big range.
Mm-hmm.
That'll give me
Go grab,
210 feet. The other one
guards.
only goes 60.
Yeah.
And let them know I need
Yeah.
the best wizards.
You can sit.
The best
at
what?
one,
The best wizards. that can
Dispel, dispel, dispel.
do-
and
Preferably
recast.
some that can dispel some fireballs.
when the
Or
wizards
do we
are.
save this and let the wizard colony do it? Or do we do it ourselves?
Ourselves. He can dispel 3 at once with that range.
Okay.
You
How
said-
many we got? How many are we looking at?
There's 3 fucking embedded in the walls here.
So they were probably gonna blow this side and then rush through in the ensuing chaos.
Are we on the west side?
Yeah.
And that's where they've been coming from. Alright, yeah,
Contact the
dispel.
guard outside the perimeter of this side.
Hmm?
Contact the guard on the other side of this wall. Exterior security.
I'm on a roof above y'all. Y'all, yeah, I think you guys have a better chance of letting them know. Yeah, you know,
I
I
do
got
that.
it. I got it. I'll acrobatic.
We've already,
I got
you
this.
mean on the outside?
I'll let them know. You might want.
Are they,
You
what's
might want to back the fuck up. And then tell
That
them.
and see if they're conscious.
Oh yeah, that too. Wait a minute. You come with me.
Those guards are awake, but they're surprised about all this, and some of them don't quite understand what is a human talking to them for.
Hey, you give him respect. He outranks you.
So you wish us to go summon the Cabal,
No,
the Wizards Guild?
Oh, just stand by the wall. We don't care anymore.
we might need them, but not right now. I'm just letting you know.
Hmm.
Back the fuck up and let it in case it blows.
All right, for you to lay these,
Man, I'm
you
a
see
great
how
skater.
dispel magic works, right?
D20 plus caster level.
Yeah. And I've got a 210-foot radius, so I'm back a little ways. I'm not like right up by the wall.
All right, Henrik, you're the expert on these things. What's the safe distance?
I would stand back about 80 feet.
120 feet it is.
80 feet minimum.
120 feet it is.
Okay.
Okay.
You're bomb squad, bud. Welcome to your promotion.
About the same time he starts casting spells, the Wizards Cabal arrives. 3 wizards flying through the air, coming
This
down.
is immediate action.
Okay.
So it's just
So they get to watch him do something. Huh?
Yeah, they get to watch him. Go ahead.
Alright. Do I need to roll?
for each one? Or one?
1.
17 on the dice
28.
plus 28. Yeah.
No. Yeah,
No, yeah,
total
28 total.
Hey, we're doing great. Or
You don't have any other bonuses to add to that, do you?
Not generally, no.
It's a 7th level spell.
oh shit.
Would this count as counterspell?
A dispel check.
Is it targeted dispel? It's not area.
Well, yeah, we're targeting specific things.
Yep.
Even though it is over an area. This is DC 11 plus.
What level spell was it?
7th.
You got it. DC 11 plus caster's spell level?
Ah.
Caster level?
Yeah, the caster's, this spell was 15th.
Hmm.
So that's 26.
Yeah.
He hit it with.
You rolled it.
27, right? Or 26 is the DC.
Yeah, I thought he had rolled 29.
Nope.
My bad.
It's all good. Yeah, it's the DC 11 plus the spell's caster level.
Good job.
I made it. I'm glad I rolled a 17 and not a 14.
This would have been very different. Basically,
Or even a 15 would have been bad.
this conversation would be very different right now.
I'll be over there in just a second.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, now
Hey, shut up! Pow!
now I've got to promote you. That way you outrank them, so that way I don't look like a fool.
You gotta get the
I'll see
position
your bomb
first.
squad now.
You have to get the official position first.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. You know I will.
First.
You know I will.
Bomb squad. Is that my only title here?
Yeah, we
The
might.
wizards descend upon the scene as you destroy the spells that are layered within. And as you do, they watch it and they realize the threat that was available to their community, but they didn't seem to do any detection spells of their own over the past few days, for reasons unknown.
15th level caster.
Alright, time to crack.
So in the glass, with the glasses on, I'm looking at them.
They're all elven wizards.
Checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Arcane sight doesn't pick up anything weird, I don't think.
Nah, my glasses would have seen it.
Probably
With
some
the
kind of
orbs.
magic. Like a staff or something. Seems one.
Yeah, I checked them out when I was at the meeting with them.
2 days.
All right.
The wizards
We got
descend down.
2 days.
And they let one of the criers of the town know that your efforts have directly brought an end to the threat that the town wasn't even aware of.
No, that was fast.
I'll let him take the credit.
I'm the one that cast the spell. You guys are all like, fuck this, I'm getting back.
But we went looking for it. Well, not that.
We all went looking
Noticed.
for it.
Anyway,
Arcane
was
sight
a
would have
group
picked it up. I
effort.
don't know if goggles would have.
It was a team effort.
Yeah, it was. So the criers,
Immediately
crying.
start telling about that. They might start telling the community about that, spreading the word throughout the city.
I feel like we're gonna be doing some vigilante work for these next couple days.
I'm alright with that.
I don't need much sleep, I don't know. And yes, I'm eating my rations.
Okay.
Don't trust the food. Not
Do
dry.
they look like they could cast a 6th level spell?
These guys, one of them does. He looks like Hugo Weaving.
Wait, why did I get
so these guys aren't that high a level.
8th to 10th, and then the guy, their commander, he's about 14th at least. He looks at you and he's like, well, brother, it looks like we came down just in time to see you in your full glory.
Whoa, my robe was closed. Oh, I mean, yes.
Of course. Damn it.
What is with all the homosexuality around here?
We're elves. This is what we live and breathe for. If you're Chinese, it's to be the most sarcastic, sincere prick. If you are elfish, all the gay.
Okay.
He sounds like a virgin.
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't happening. Not
Timing
me.
was perfect there.
Oh, you can. I'm not. I'll take to some female.
The bathhouse goers of the city population, all 22,000 of them, will tell you, we've never been gay, but we don't give a shit.
Never even been gay for $20 or $20.
Hey, if you're doing it for money, it's not gay. If you're doing it for pleasure, then it is.
Hmm. So, they tell you that the city has been endeavoring to increase its security. From the west, there's been a colony of orcs that have taken up residence within the boundaries of the woods and making life miserable. About
That's
40 to
when we were
50.
out looking. 40 or 50? Ooh,
40
I
to
didn't
50
get
is
that
what we're-
information before.
We're receiving word it's between 40 and 50. Hmm?
What is their experience like?
We've had dead elves. We're not going to talk about it.
About your experience. Do they look?
Are they war?
Are they capable warriors? Absolutely. The worst part is that they can melt into the woods.
We'll see about that.
Do they?
They're an obvious leader.
They
Are
have
they
a,
in
they
one
have a
camp,
great
or-
leader.
Are they in one camp or are they spread out?
Probably spread out.
Not me doing talking.
Probably they're spread out.
Last sighting of the leader.
been over a month.
What area?
40 miles west of the wall.
Okay.
One of the other elves descends from the wall with a flying spell, and he says, "You seek to end them now?"
Yeah.
He immediately whistles to one of the local criers, who's being very attentive.
Please no. Don't do that. Because there are some orcs among us, and they will know my plan. No.
As he tells the crier to not relay it, and the crier's like, "Really?"
Off I go.
So, before you leave, he's like, "But your duel is within 24 hours.
You'll be fine.
2 hours.
2 days.
You have to be within the boundaries of the city for 24 hours before the duel can begin.
No, I have 2 days before it begins.
He says you have
You have
to
to
be
stay
outside the
for
city.
24 hours. You have to remain within the city walls. We can't have you running off."
So you have
I'll
to
be
be,
back in 20 before that time ends.
I'll make sure of it.
One of the other wizards with him says, "You may want to take with you some wolfsbane." They,
I'm on my hand. Like, where is it?
How much?
it's maybe, there's a patch of it about 20 miles to the west. Or there was.
well, we'll go pick our wolfsbane.
But Wolfbane and then 20 miles further, and we fuck these guys up. Go for the leader.
Yeah, the wolfsbane on the way then.
We're perfect tribe hunters. We check out the leader, they'll scramble. Yes, I still have my.
Plus, you need a night's rest before you battle.
You might.
For all those wounds that you might incur.
You might.
Just bear in mind, 15th level
Wow.
caster made this.
Out of game, dealing with you is a pain in the ass. In game. Oh, it's so great dealing with you.
Okay.
That was a comic relief.
No, you're good. It's my backstory shit.
So,
17, even I caught that sarcasm.
I don't care.
Even you. I like how you
I
keep,
go up to the
you got your leather jacket on?
Yep, gotta make sure
highest
I'm
strength
ready.
mage.
What? Yeah?
Nice astro poach.
Okay.
Kind of angle my sword staff so they can see it. Usually my wizard assistant being able to charge at a higher level charges my sword staff. I was hoping I could pay one to do so, to use a 6th level spell in the morning when they study their spells.
If one wishes to part with it, absolutely.
Out of game, the spellcasting cost is $660
Okay.
Like 660?
Yeah.
That's not
to
bad.
charge it one.
He'd probably upsell though.
Hmm?
He'd probably upsell. Probably about maybe 1,000.
We'll see how many orc heads we bring back.
All we need is main one.
If it's just orcs.
More than likely. The thing is, with the Elven Kingdom, there's only one war that's ever been going on. Only one. I'm filling you in on this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess now it's time to tell you. So you remember how I said I've done some things?
Mm-hmm.
As part of an elite unit. We were sent to take the heads and tear down the orc forces.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they've been running rampant in the time that I've been gone.
Sounds like a good time to call.
Ash will tell you, he's like,
We're going
"That's
to
not
have to
true."
be stealthy. Ash, you're going to have to stay behind.
I shouldn't. I need to be there with you.
You need to stay behind. At
Why?
least far enough to where they don't see you.
Mm.
Enough to where you can support us, but not enough to where they can hear or see you. You're loud. We need stealth. Orcs are normally not great at detecting stealth.
Well,
Fly, 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 fly.
Dead of night?
Hmm?
Dead of night?
No, fly spell.
It's not dead
Yeah,
of night anymore.
In the dead of night?
We don't have to be way up in the sky.
Well, I'm asking, are we flying the 40 miles to the 40 miles, or are we getting there and then flying above them?
That's whatever you prefer, but
We could do either, because if I fly above them, they can't hit me.
That's, yeah, from above,
But I can-
all my stuff is range, that's
The best
perfect.
thing to do is gonna be at night. They least expect it, and it's gonna be obvious which one the leader's tent is as well. They're very slashy.
they last for 13 minutes.
Okay, so we got 13 minutes, so that's what we'll do then. We'll get out there, we'll hit fly, hit them from above.
Yeah, we'll stealth our way out to there, so we don't waste that 13 minutes.
Just makes it a lot easier.
Spells are fun.
as you're getting ready to leave, you notice a elf in brown leather joins you.
Who are you?
And a ball gag in his mouth.
Look at him with the glasses.
She looks at you back and she's like, "You really don't expect me to stay behind at the house, do you, when you leave in the middle of the night or in the middle of a family discussion?"
Well, this is more important than the family discussion. We can discuss it.
Is this his
Cousin.
cousin?
Yep.
Cousin, sister.
She's a pretty good spellcaster.
She says, "I'm a fucking airborne ranger." And then she taps her leather armor and it has a slight levitation
What about
to it.
airborne rangers? Fuck airborne rangers! This is not a mission for a child.
She's
She
more
says,
powerful than
then,
I
then
am.
maybe you should stay at home.
You know damn well.
Shall we have a
That
contest?
mission.
Time's running out, let's go.
Let's go. She's more powerful than I am. I
You
say
stay
we take
back
her.
with him.
She looks at Ash. She's like,
has fly too.
She's as powerful
she
I
looks
ask
at-
all four of us.
she.
Okay, see, well, he still makes his armor still makes sounds.
No, it's not going to be like that easy, dude.
No.
Yeah.
It would be smarter if you left Ash back.
Oh,
Ash
You're
looks
gonna
at.
stay back with him.
She says,
You're back up if needed.
"I have a question about him." Ash looks at her, but what do you have? What do you wish to know? And she's like, "No, I want to ask you. Is that your follower, or does he follow you around out of actual friendship?"
Ash?
He's like, "A little bit of both.
Well, there you go.
Both, yeah."
There's a lot of undead we run into. It's fun.
And she's like, "Well, no, I was wondering, I mean, if you liked him so much, I mean, he will only last another 60 years, and he won't retain the same youthful vigor. However, with my vagina, he might be able to keep going for another 200.
Don't you dare. He's already got a girlfriend somewhere. What's her
He's
name?
like-
Apis?
No, she's not a girlfriend.
No, Ash.
She's a temple prostitute. She's just a business acquaintance.
No, Ash.
Really? I mean,
No, Ash.
franchise families are
No,
fun.
Ash.
Stay away from my little sister.
By the way, we need to have silence. We're supposed to be stealthy.
Well, Ash is staying there, so
Yeah.
we're taking off.
No, he's staying behind us less than a mile.
All right, so you guys.
Okay. So fly.
He can run in if needed. It'll take him a couple turns, but
Okay.
It's if needed.
So he's flying